Hey, Megan.
Hey.
We're on.
Yep.
I'm really kind of vibing with this music.
It's great. It is a little loud, or I'm not close enough to the mic.
No, it's pretty fucking loud. Because you know how Windows
I did
based.
watch you turn up the volume.
No, I turned it down. You watched me turn it down. It was at 100%. I turned it down to 40 and it was still blowing my eardrums out. Megan, why are you purposely squeaking your microphone arm? The fuck?
Because somebody didn't buy WD-40 so that I could spray down the microphone.
Listen, I'm lucky I made it home in one piece today. I didn't fall asleep behind the wheel.
Maybe I'll do this when I drop Megan off because we need super glue and WD-40.
Okay.
I just don't know where to stop for both of those things. That will be open by the time I take Megan home.
Yeah.
The Mart of Walls?
I suppose.
That does mean you'll have to go into the Mart of Walls.
Yeah.
So hello, this is Otome o'clock.
Hi.
We were weeks ago planning to play When the Night Comes, but then Burn the Midnight Oil, which I have been following the Tumblr page of for Foxglove Games, who've created this demo. Dropped the demo, and I was like, oh, well, it would be terribly rude to not play the demo.
Mm-hmm.
When they have a Kickstarter going on, which as of today is at 41%, and they still have 23 days to go.
Let's go. We got this.
Yeah.
So, Megan, we should probably introduce ourselves.
I am Mega Han.
I am Ashley A. Button. And
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
that was Adam in the back. And he's our captive audience member, while Megan and I read visual novels to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are we deciding? Who's main character? Who's narrator? Who's other characters? Adam should be narrator.
No, I don't trust him.
Nor should you. Mostly because I might be playing a completely different game in the background. We'll see what happens.
Well, first we should decide who we're playing as first, because are we going to play as Circe first or Dante first? We never decided.
Oh, I can do Cersei first. That's fine.
Okay, we're going to play Circe, the vampire, first.
Okay.
But...
All right,
Those
so...
aren't vampires. Those are kids in capes.
What?
Okay, Adam.
Megan's about to fist fight Adam already. We are 8 minutes into the stream. Things are going well. So do you want to do?
We just said we're going to do Circe. We'll figure it out as we go.
Okay.
We can rock, paper, scissors for it.
Okay.
She's a private investigator. Oh, God.
For 2 decades, Circe stalked the streets of North Haven as a private investigator, accompanied by her sidekick Edgar. She mostly deals with trivial jobs like catching, cheating spouses, finding missing pets, and slaying vampires. In recent years, Circe's lost her passion for detective work, but this city isn't done with her just yet. When she's approached by 2 different clients looking for the same person, she decides to take this one last case. That's usually the way it goes.
Oh my God, in the corner, she's drawing shit all over her boss. I think that's her boss.
That's hilarious.
That's either her boss or like the head of the detective, the actual like cop detective agency.
Is
Or
it Thorn
Dante from Devil May
Investigations?
Cry.
That too. It's more like, no, Virgil doesn't have long hair. Like a Sephiroth Dante situation.
Yeah.
Sephironte.
It's hard to tell in black and white.
I believe his name is Abraxas.
Nice. Of course it is.
Hey, I didn't make up that character. That was Owain Drake who created that character.
The word exists in the world. People can use it.
I guess.
Somewhere. Don't remember the month, 1966. I guess I should be narrator.
You're narrator, I'm Circe.
And then I'll be other characters.
You're the underrater.
Something not quite human sits on the edge of a stranger's bed.
They made a mess.
Leisurely lapping at the blood coating her fingertips.
Leisurely
Savoring her
lapping.
leftovers. She turns her head to stare at tonight's meal.
Was that Lisa who was leisurely lapping?
Okay, Adam.
A handsome man currently lost inside his dreams.
Oh, he's alive.
She wants to be certain she's not imagining the steady rise and fall of his chest. The last thing she needs is a trail of bodies leading them to her. But even the imprints of her teeth on his fair skin have already faded. When he wakes up tomorrow, his memories of the entire night, of her, too, will be gone. He'll go on with his life like he never even met her. He'll get married, have a kid or two, grow old, die. She'll remember him for a while, but she won't be sad about it, or miss him, or ever ponder what could have been. He's not the first meal whose bed she seduced herself into, and he could never be the last.
Unless somebody kills her on the way out.
So pretty.
Her eyes trace the stranger's features one last time, searching in vain for a different face. His face.
Oh.
Before your humanity was stolen from you, could you have been anything like this man? Or have you always worn your penchant for destruction with unbridled pride?
When the stranger stirs in his sleep, she accepts that she won't find whatever she's looking for here. The time has come to part ways.
Sweet dreams, Arthur.
At least she thinks that's what his name was. It is midnight, and I am writing to you from yet another city whose name I couldn't be bothered to learn. I'm not sure what day it is, or how long it's been since I bid you goodbye for the last time. Maybe it's been days, maybe it's been weeks, maybe it's even been years. Since your death, I haven't had anywhere to call home. I only stay in one place long enough to take shelter while the sun is out, and then I'm back on the prowl. It's mostly men. I desperately want them to remind me of you, even though none of them look anything like the you I knew. Living or dead, I suspect no one will ever remind me of you. I should probably be grateful for that, shouldn't I? Maker. I've taken to hunting every night just to keep sane, but I don't think it's working. I fear I might have lost my mind long ago without noticing. At least I don't think I'm making things worse. At least I'm keeping busy, which means I have less time to think.
To shrink? Is she taking a potion?
That's a good thing. If I think too hard or too long, I'll start thinking of you.
Girl, go to therapy.
I made bad decisions when I think of you. Maker. Remember how you always used to say that creatures like us weren't made for rules? I always disagreed, but out of spite. We both knew you were right. I hate being told what to do. I hate it so much I fuck everything up for myself just to do the opposite. I miss it now, though. If you were here, I wouldn't have those doubts. I wouldn't have to worry about right or wrong. You wouldn't make all the decisions. You alone would be responsible for the terrible, terrible consequences of our actions. Without you, I find that I'm no longer just lonely. I'm alone. You promised me even death could never part us. So why didn't you take me with you?
Shit.
She slinks away from the crowd, seeking shelter in the shadows of the nearest alleyway.
Shit. So this is it? All those years led to this?
She's still doing the exact same bullshit she used to do when she was trailing after him, only now she's doing it alone. And to what end?
I've heard of people following bands before, but His Infernal Majesty? That was a terrible band who just followed on tour.
I muted his mic. I can't mute him any harder. What is the point of living like this? Hell, you can't even call it living.
What?
She almost didn't dare say it.
What if I just ended it?
She's already died once. Her second death doesn't even have to count. Some might call it suicide, but Circe gave up on heaven a long time ago. If such a place even exists, she was barred from entry many murders ago.
I know there are vampire philosophers out there who are just debating their souls if they're going to heaven or not. All things must come to an end someday anyway. Perhaps it's my turn now.
That thought brings her a strange sense of peace. She slows her heart down, leans her head back against the brick wall, and just listens. She hears traffic. She hears laughter. She hears music. She hears colleagues stumbling to their next bar, arguing over who owes the next round. She hears couples spilling out of the cinema, giggling and necking on whatever couples do. If she really, really strains her ears, she could even hear a couple of homeless drunks laughing their asses off over a joke that definitely doesn't deserve such unfiltered glee. It all sounds like life.
Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck.
All these years. And she's ready to kick the bucket because what? Because he is gone? She can't even make it a year without him? How is that fair? It's not. It's not fair at all. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. And worst of all, it's humiliating. She mourned enough. Doubted her decisions enough. She wants to live, so she's going to live. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Seriously, what you need right now? You need to go cut your hair.
Here's the thing.
Get a pair of scissors, go to the bathroom, give yourself a bob.
She'll
Here's
keep
the thing.
going out of pure
She doesn't-
fucking spite if that's what it takes.
She doesn't have to live without him. He's got a movie coming out soon. He, last name man.
Jesus fucking Christ, Adam.
Should have locked him in the closet again.
You're lying.
Something drives through her chest, narrowly missing her undead heart. Thump. Thump, thump.
Listen, she's gonna play the pronoun
Thump,
game.
thump,
Don't expect
thump,
me to
thump,
not fuck around
thump.
with somebody who's playing around with pronouns.
There's a heartbeat. Beating so violently it has to hurt. It takes her longer than it should to remember that it can't be hers.
Oh, what is he wearing? Oh,
Ugh.
oh,
Oh.
oh. Wait, hold on. Hold on, it's the 60s. It's the 60s. It's 66.
Still.
Oh, it's the 60s?
At this point, I believe it's 66. And if my brain is correct, that is Edgar.
Her eyes shift from the improvised stake in her chest to the man responsible for it.
Oh, he has bad taste in fashion.
Oh my goodness. Even if it's 60, that's.
Hello, Austin Powers.
Line.
Perhaps he's more of a boy than a man.
He can't be a lot older than she was when she changed. Not that any of that matters right now.
A stake to the heart? How medieval of you.
The man, boy, doesn't respond. He's busy watching in horror. She rips a stake out of her chest.
Hell yeah.
She doesn't flinch at the pain. It's there, like an incessant little bug, but it doesn't really hurt. Never does anymore.
If I may offer you some advice for the next time you try to murder one of us, don't bother with the classics. Crosses, garlic, and all that nonsense. None of it works. Well, this is your wife.
Except the son. But she's not stupid, so she's admitting that part.
Don't be afraid.
Megan, you should be on in the microphone. There. Well, see, I couldn't see it. It looked like it was 5 feet away from you.
Really? Is they always just they get rid of a lot of the other things that kill a vampire, but they leave sunlight, which is the thing that's not from folklore.
Garlic just makes vampires not want to be around you because you stink.
Yeah.
She takes a step forward. He's trembling now, but still not a word.
Oh, this is baby's first vampire hunt. You're the one who tried to kill me. Shouldn't I be the one to fear you?
She catches her hand right before it touches his face. She hadn't even realized she was reaching for him. It's a bad habit of hers. She's always cold, so she's always reaching for warmth.
Oh, he's got freckles.
And you know, she's not wrong, but a failed murder attempt usually does flip that script real quick.
Why don't we play a game? Why don't you guess what can kill me?
She doesn't like the silence. She wants to make him talk.
If you can get it right, I'll even reward you. Generous, no?
More silence.
This isn't some trick. I find you vaguely entertaining, so I intend to let you keep your life either way.
Still silent. She stomps her foot, frustration seeping through.
You're not going to talk to me at all?
He's not even meeting her eyes anymore. She follows his gaze downwards.
Ugh,
He
men.
brought gays with him?
Interesting choice of priorities. Checking out my boobs at a time like this.
Listen. He's scaroused. What? No, that's vile. I would never do that.
Fucking snapped him at me. He's like, I'm not looking at your boobs.
Fucking rude. He speaks.
Well, now I'm offended. What's wrong with my boobs?
Nothing. I think.
Oh my god, I love him.
I mean, I wouldn't know because I wasn't looking at your chest area. I'm not that kind of man.
What kind of man are you?
He ignores the question. I was looking at that. He gestures wildly to the hole in her chest.
Oh.
So he was looking at her chest.
Just not the booba.
Or rather, where the hole used to be, less than a minute ago. It already healed, like it was never there.
Another reason luck isn't on your side tonight. I just fed.
What?
I just fed, so I heal faster.
The blank, stupid look on his face is oddly endearing.
Oh god, did he even read a single book of vampire hunting beforehand?
Well, apparently it's all wrong.
Do you know nothing about our biology? Idiot.
What did you say to me?
I called you an idiot. Would you like me to repeat that?
He whips out the knife she already knew he was hiding in the pocket of his coat.
Oh, Edgar.
Don't patronize me. He points the blade at her. Or call me an idiot.
Well, I mean,
If you behave like an
The
idiot, I'm going to
statement-
call you an idiot. Simply
statement
smarten
works,
up
so let's
if
try
it bothers you.
You think I care what you think of me, you leech?
Evidently, you're not particularly good at hiding your thoughts.
Why are you dragging this out? I'll never beg a vampire for my life if that's what you're waiting for, so just kill me and be done with it already. She sort of, kind of, not really, tries to stifle her laugh. It pisses him off even more. What's so funny?
Sorry, it's just your accent. I only realized it now, but it's so British.
I'm not doing a
That
British
ex- that
accent. That's
explains-
not happening.
that explains the coat.
That does explain the code.
He is Austin Powers. Welcome to North Haven, England, where quite literally everyone talks like this.
Oh, so that's where we are.
She looks around, taking in her surroundings for the first time. She's not sure how she got here. But it doesn't matter anymore, does it? She's here now. You're not from here.
What gave it away?
Your accent. Are you American?
When it's convenient.
Suppose it doesn't matter where you come from. You still fit in perfectly with the other bloodthirsty freaks in this city.
Ha! You amuse me. I definitely can't kill you now.
Why not?
Why? You almost sound disappointed.
Are there going to be trigger warnings in this? Of course not. Like, listen, it's a fair point.
It's vampires.
pretty
There's
sure-
gotta be blood.
I'm pretty
And murder
there
and death.
Are trigger warnings before food ingredient lists now.
But it doesn't matter what I want. You should do it anyway.
Why?
Because we can't both walk away from this. It doesn't work that way.
Says who?
He rolls his eyes. How about this? If you don't kill me first, I'm going to stab you in the back as you walk away.
With that silly little kitchen knife? I've seen babies with stronger grips on their toys than you've got on that.
His grip loosens.
Meanwhile, I could kill you with minimal effort. Right here, right now. I could snap your skinny little neck with my bare hands and not even break a
You know,
sweat.
to say that like it's an insult, but pound for pound, babies have the greatest grip strength of at any age you'll have in your life.
Only, that wouldn't be very fun. Now would it? I don't kill as often as you may think. So I like to take pleasure in it when I do. I'd make it slow, slice your neck, but keep the cut shallow enough that I have to suck the blood out. I prefer to drink straight from the tap, you see. More intimate that way. Once I've drained you, I'll dump your corpse behind one of these bins and skip town. By the time someone finds you, I'll be long gone. Nobody will even know I was here.
He lowers his knife, averting his gaze to stare at nothing in particular. Do what you want. There's no one left who would care enough to try and find me anyway. She recognizes the frustration in his eyes all too well. She's seen it countless times in her own reflection. Also, they even have their own reflection. Monsters took someone from him, just like a monster once took someone from her.
Well, no one will have to. As I keep saying, I'm not going to kill you.
He hurries to object, but she lifts a finger, and that's enough to shut him up.
And you can't kill me. You're bold, I will give you that, but I don't think you could even kill the weakest of us. You're not strong enough, and that's not an insult or a slight against your ego or an attempt at undermining you. It is simply fact. You are too weak.
Don't you think you're underestimating me a little too much?
No, I see you exactly as you are. You are no threat to me. You are no threat to anyone. You want revenge. But for whatever reason, you can't kill the one you actually want dead, so you poured all of your resentment into the first vampire you could find.
Oh, typical serial killer behavior.
Me, apparently. Maybe you thought I'd be an easy kill. Maybe you really thought you could do it. But if I had to guess, I think you knew you would fail. I think you wanted to die.
Ah.
I imagine you've changed your mind by now, staring death in the face. You're no longer so tough. Still, your pride prevails, so even if anything I just said happened to be the truth, you'd never admit to it. Would you?
He drops a knife on the ground, and Cersei knows she got him. He's not weak because he feels fear, or because he still looks at her like she's a person, serving of empathy, or worse, sympathy. He's weak because he was born that way. Cersei was much stronger when she met the one who made her. Her maker had spent eternity mastering the art of pretending to be something he'd never be again. Yet when she laid eyes on him, she'd still seen what he really was. A monster. But even knowing that, she'd still lost to him. She'd still been too weak. Not anymore, though.
If you'd like, I could teach you.
Seeing his confusion, she elaborates.
How to kill vampires, I mean.
You would teach me how to kill your own kind?
Yeah, why not?
No matter how much of an idiot you think I am, surely you don't think that believe that's a genuine offer. Your kind prey on the weak, but you're loyal to your own. Even I know that much. He's not wrong. Contrary to popular belief, most vampires are social creatures. They thrive when they're together. In theory, at least, reality is more complicated.
It's frowned upon, I know, but I don't mind offending people. As a matter of fact, it might just be my favorite pastime.
So it's not just me? You're insufferable with everyone?
How dare you? But yes. Yes, I am.
She offers her hand with a smile, far too dangerous for anyone sensible to trust.
What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Only an idiot would strike a deal with a devil like you.
Or someone moderately desperate.
A moderately desperate idiot, then. Sighing, he takes her hand. She bites it back a grin.
Before I forget, what's your name?
Edgar James Thorne.
That's an incredibly fucking British name.
Ha!
That sounds so pretentious. I'm going to call you Eddie, okay?
If you must. What about you? What's your name?
If I told you, would you even use it?
Well, yes. That's what people do, isn't it? Call each other by one another's name? It's been a while since anyone has used her name, but she's supposed to be rude to withhold from him now.
They call me Circe. So may you.
His grip on her hand tightens. I want to ask you something, Circe.
Yes.
When you've taught me all that you can, what's going to stop me from killing you? She allows herself to grin now, showing him all her teeth.
Nothing but your own compassion.
I have a question for Circe. Can you hear the thunder? Sorry, it's a ghost.
Ghost reference. North Haven, 1986. Finding Elysium isn't difficult. The dark doesn't bother Circe the way it might others. Even if it did, she navigated these tunnels long enough times to remember each step. It's getting inside that poses some trouble. It wasn't always such a hassle. Circe was once a regular at Elysium, cautiously welcomed by its patrons because of her relationship with Lazarus. It's been 6 or so years now since she'd been warned to never show her face here again. Of course, that flimsy band has never stopped her before, nor will it stop her tonight. The bouncer standing guard cuts straight to the point. Since you managed to find your way here, I take it you've got an invite. It's not a question. Lazarus paid a pretty penny for the spells that ensure only those with an invitation will ever reach Elysium. Fortunately for Circe, no one remembered to amend those spells when she was banned.
I don't remember if Lazarus is a dateable character. I don't think so. Aw, you don't recognize me.
Should I? Yes. But given that she doesn't recognize him either, he's probably new.
Lucky me.
What do they call you? He might not recognize her, but he definitely has been warned of her name. She thinks quickly.
Donna.
Okay. It's not going to be on the list, but it doesn't need to be. That's what her talent is for. Donna, Donna, Donna. He flips through the guest list till he hits the bottom of the last page. Yeah, no Donna. He takes a more aggressive stance, but it's all bravado. He reeks of insecurity. She will gladly exploit that.
Oh, do we want to seduce or persuade?
What do you think? What would Cerise do?
Circe?
Cersei.
I don't know. She could. I seduce or persuade. Which one do you prefer?
Produce.
Produce him.
Okay.
Persuade, seduce.
It's not what producers do.
Well, that's what bards do.
Persuade. Let's just like seduce him.
Okay. No, that's not the right strategy for this one.
Seduction might be a personal favorite of hers, but
Miss
the
one
method is
more
a
and
hit
the
or
other
miss
team
when it
gets a
comes to
chance
other
to steal.
vampires. Most vamps don't share her appetite for casual
Oh, he's a
sex.
vampire. I didn't know the bouncer was a vampire.
Most simply can't be bothered. Without enough blood in your system, it gets quite dead down there.
Oh, that's a...
I should intimidate him or persuade him. It's a safer bet.
Persuade.
Ha!
Well, of course I'm not on that list. I'm not one of your every night patrons. I've been personally invited by your boss.
The bouncer shuffles his feet, red eyes running over his form. When Circe smiles, he nervously smiles back. You're certainly his type. Still, I can't let you in on your word alone. If you wait here, I'll quickly confirm with Nisha. Circe raises a hand on his bare forearm, leaning forward with a dangerous grin.
You should trust me. I have no reason to lie to you. Right?
Right.
That was easy.
Compulsion isn't mind control. She can't force people to entirely transgress their own nature. It simply sways people in a certain direction. Different methods, seduction, intimidation, persuasion, work on different people. The weaker their will, the farther she can push them. With enough practice and the right target, you can convince someone to do almost anything.
Now, may I come in?
What? Oh, yeah. Of course you can. He shakes his head, still in a daze, and steps aside. Sorry about that. We'll get it sorted out with Nisha, so you're on the list next time.
How sweet of you.
And just like that, she's in.
I always thought that was weird. You work your way all the way up to vampire, but you still gotta guard the front door.
Yeah.
He could be a little bitch vampire.
Newbie.
Yeah, but you would think you would still use like human thralls for that.
Yeah, but if it's other vampires coming into a vampire-only club, they could snap a human thrall like that. At least another vampire, they might have more of a chance.
Yeah, but for the most part, you're probably not trying to keep other vampires out. Just uninvited humans from wandering.
Well, that's the thing. Only invited people can find the club.
Mm-hmm. So then what do you need a door guard at all?
Well, for extra layer of security. That's why my job has two
Clearly
doors
not.
that people have to get through as opposed to just one, because if they get through the first one, they'll have the second one. Elysium. The only sanctuary in the
I thought
city
that
for
was
creatures of the
so
night.
that you could talk to them before they actually went face to face before they actually went into the building, or if they have to fill out paperwork, or be handed something.
Since the 70s, Elysium had been an Epicurean haven for vamps to gather and feast without repercussions. Epicurean, Jesus Christ. Donors, that's what we call the humans selling their blood here. Some of them are natural masochists, taking pleasure in being fed on. Others are here to make some good money. Most are here for both, and a select few loonies come here with dreams of one day becoming a vampire themselves.
And they'll just end up guarding the front door.
But to my knowledge, few, if any, have yet to have the honor of experiencing the change.
It's nearly been a year since Circe last set foot in
Well, of
Elysium.
course
One
not.
quick look
Probably
around
all
promptly
like
reminds her
130.
why she's been avoiding the hellhole.
Nothing changed. Everything's exactly the same.
Circe inhales, her stale lungs breathing in the irresistible saccharine scent of blood. The familiarity should comfort her, in a city that's rapidly changing, more so now than ever. Elysium's been one of her only constants.
But it gets so damn boring.
The saccharine smell of blood? Somebody put this spell that way.
Among the 40 to 50-something vamps
Or
who
it smells different to vampires.
permanently reside in North Haven, Circe can count on one hand which ones sure aren't regulars at Elysium. They're a tight-knit group who come here night after night to dance, drink, and smooch. As for what brings Circe here tonight? Same reason she always comes to Elysium. She's looking for someone.
Here's the thing. Saccharin is an artificial sweetener, and colloquially, it is used to refer to something that is sweet, but in a fake way. So,
Okay.
Okay.
fine.
Let's see.
She double checks the pictures the client provided. It's an old photograph, a blonde guy, cute enough for if you're in his age group, with baby blue eyes and a smile that's up to no good.
Basically, I'm looking for a less alive version of this guy. Cool.
She scans the dance floor for a mop of blonde curls, but there's no one.
Either our info was way off and he's not here yet. Like most of us, he's taken on a different look in his new life.
It's annoying that they don't have a more recent picture, but this is what the client offered, and Edgar couldn't find anything more recent.
I mean, it is the 80s. They don't have fucking Instagram.
For now, she should find someone who might have had a better idea of where she can find him. Either one's gonna get you in trouble. Nisha, I'm thinking.
Fuck it, let's go. I would go straight to Lazarus and be like,
Oh.
what's up, bitch?
Well, here's the thing. Lazarus, as we know, is just going to keep coming back.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Lazarus may have found Elysium, but his right hand, who runs the place? As a human, Nisha hasn't been a popular choice for the job. She fought hard to earn her patient's respect. Now everyone, human or vampire, in Elysium turns to Nisha when they've got a problem. And anyone who messes with Elysium's equilibrium will also have to answer to her wrath.
I'll have to talk to her if I want to get anything done.
Ignoring the urge to make an objectively worse decision, Circe goes looking for Nisha. Doesn't take long to find her. She's at her favorite spot, leaned back against the bar, a cig hanging haphazardly from her red lips. The way her eyes curve in amusement when she spots Circe says more words than she ever could. Is that who I think it is? Welcome back from the dead, babe.
I wouldn't call Nisha a friend, but we do get along.
It helps that Nisha's a businesswoman, though her loyalties will always be to Lazarus and Elysium. Nisha appreciates mixing a little extra on the side when she can. Only instead of selling her own blood, she sells information. That makes her more valuable to Circe than any donor could ever be.
Missed me?
I guess it does get pretty dead around here without you, no pun intended. She puts out her cig on the bar counter. Where have you been these past? Shit. Has it been a year already?
I'm feeling avoid the question. Been keeping tabs on me, I see.
Lazarus orders.
I knew he was spying on me, asshole.
Don't take it personally. Or do. Doesn't make much of a difference to me. Now stop avoiding my question.
What question?
Where have you been?
here and there.
Avoiding us?
It's a good thing. Wouldn't it be terrible if I came around too often and you grew bored of me?
Impossible, and you know it. You're the most interesting person I've met.
You need to meet more people then.
Nisha relents, raising her hands in a half-assed gesture of peace. Fine. Keep your secrets. If they're so precious.
Shall do.
Nisha tips her head towards the bar. How about a drink before you share what's bringing you here? My treat.
I'm good.
You're turning down a free drink?
I'm not thirsty.
Nisha smiles like she doesn't believe her. Then she would be right not to. The thirst never fully satiated. Fortunately, Nisha's a lot more respectful of boundaries than Cersei's ever been, so she knows not to push it. You don't mind if I make myself one, do you?
Be my guest.
Nisha slips behind the counter, playfully hip-checking the bartender on service to make more space for her. The bartender shakes their head at her with a smile. Nisha, trying to steal my job again? Work harder, I won't be able to.
Who's this?
Oh, right, Jude, meet Cersei. Cersei, this is...
Actually, I don't think I care.
But you just asked... You know what? Never mind. Jude looks more amused than offended. So, you're the one they call Cersei. Weren't you banned forever? No one actually cares about that, except maybe Lazarus, depending on his mood.
Then why do you continue to make it a pain in my ass? Make it a pain in my ass for me every time I visit.
Does it matter? You always find a way in, don't you?
No thanks to you.
Cersei eyes Jude, who's watching their interaction with strange interest.
You're new.
Sort of. Jude... Oh, that's
Jude,
you.
you said?
Yeah?
Like the song?
Their skin can't flush, but they still look bashful. Like the song. Cersei's attention returns to Nisha.
Why are there so many new faces? First the bouncer and now this one.
Jude isn't new. They've worked here for quite a while now. Used to be a donor, actually. Cersei doesn't bother hiding her surprise.
Lazarus actually changed one of them?
No, not Lazarus. Not directly, at least. Another vampire passing through town lost control of his hunger. Drank too much. You know how it goes. Lazarus made him change me. Nisha's frowning. But then she notices Cersei watching her and fakes a smile. He saved their life. He did. He really did.
More like he ruined it. You wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place if Lazarus hadn't hired you. What happened to the one who made you?
Nisha answers for them again. Oh, he's dead. Like, dead.
Good riddance. I suppose congratulations are in order, Jude. You survived your fangling year.
It was an interesting experience. Your first year to the change is never easy, but under the right guidance, it's manageable. Jude may not have had their maker by their side, but Elysium Vams still look out for each other, as long as it's convenient. It's nice to meet you, at least. Lazarus talks so much about you so much, it's always like I felt I already knew you.
Oh yeah? What's he been saying?
Nothing nice. The other night, he went on a rant about you for hours. Said that in almost 200 years of unlife, you're the worst bat he's ever met.
Lazarus needs to practice his insults if that's the best he's got. I'm disappointed.
Oh, he said far worse. Just didn't think it was polite to repeat.
That's just how he expresses his affection. He's a sentimental soul.
Think that's enough shit stirring for one night, Jude. Back to work. Yes, ma'am. Jude spares Cersei one last glance and then a brief smile. Then it's only her and Nisha again.
Nice kid.
They're older than you in mortal years.
Like I said, nice kid.
Nisha's eyes never leave her drink she's mixing, but Cersei feels watched. So if you're not here to keep me company, why are you here?
I'm looking for someone.
Everybody's looking for someone.
You'll have to be a little more specific.
Dreams.
Cersei holds up the target's photo for Nisha to see.
He's a Fangling. I don't know what they call him, but our client says he's been lurking around Elysium for the past couple nights. I'm hoping I'll find him here tonight, too.
Nisha isn't even looking. Cersei pushes.
Recognize him?
No one sets foot in Elysium without Nisha knowing. Nisha knows Cersei knows that, which is why they both know it's total bullshit when Nisha barely glances at the picture before she shrugs. Boys like that are two a penny in North Haven. What makes you think I would remember?
Here we go.
Unless you've got something to help remind me?
You only get greedier and greedier. Thankfully, greed is easy to work with.
Cersei slides a few pounds over the counter, and Nisha's quick to tuck it away inside of her pocket. Suddenly, she's got a bounty of information to share.
They call him Seth, and your intel's not wrong. He's a Fangling and a fairly fresh one, too. Maybe a couple weeks dead, give or take.
You taking over Nisha?
Oh, sorry.
He has no one. Whoever made him, they're no longer in the picture, which doesn't spell great odds for him in this world. He's only been here twice before, but he should be here tonight unless he's too scared.
Why would he be scared?
He's been on trial so far. If he wants to stay on the list, he needs to start paying. But without a job or someone to sponsor his undead life, well, let's just say his options for gathering enough money aren't exactly legal. Not that we care how he earns his keep as long as he doesn't bring us any unwanted attention. Though now that you're after him, I guess I can forget about all that. He definitely won't be able to pay after you're done with him.
I'd say I'm sorry, but...
You're not, I know. Nisha strains her drink into a chilled martini glass. Can I ask what he did?
I'm sure you already know. Why pretend you don't?
Nisha sips her drink. Cersei waits. If I let you do this...
I don't need your permission.
Nisha rolls her eyes. Fine, you're right. I do know Seth's a piece of shit and doesn't deserve to exist. But most of Elysium's clientele, including yourself once upon a time, are pieces of shit who should be dead. That doesn't mean you can kill all of them. I'm only allowing it this time because Seth isn't a regular piece of shit. He's a piece of shit whose body count is going to lead to the pigs to our doors. And I really, really, really don't want to see Orion's holier-than-thou mug more than I absolutely have to. So whatever you plan on doing to Seth, spare me the gory details. The less I know, better for us both. Go ahead. Just don't do it anywhere near Elysium. Please. We have zero tolerance policy toward violence between vamps here, in case you forgot.
How's that going for you, by the way? Just asking, since your zero tolerance policy towards me is hardly being enforced.
You're already banned. What were we supposed to do? Ban you again?
You could unban me if you're not going to put any real effort into keeping me out.
Nisha attempts a weary smile, but ends up sighing instead. You act like it was my decision.
Oh, right, I almost forgot. No matter how much you like to pretend otherwise, you're still Laz's little minion.
Fuck off. You don't even like it here, babe. Every time you come, all you do is complain, complain, complain. And you should know better than to take this personally. You dated him. You know what Lazarus is like. Love and hate, romance and violence, and making love and fucking is all the same. That beautiful, messed up mind of his. Another sip of her drink. For what it's worth, he really does miss you.
Meanwhile, I couldn't be happier to be rid of him.
Nisha sighs again, more amused and annoyed this time. Is it because your kind has too much time on your hands that you waste so much of it?
I guess you'll find out on your own, assuming things go the way you want them to.
Nisha drops a grin. She wants to be one of them. She's never dared to say it out loud, at least not to Cersei, but it's obvious to anyone who pays enough attention.
Now, personally, I would never wish the change upon anyone, not even my worst enemy. But every now and then I'll meet someone who thrives in the night, someone who might as well have been born to be one of us. Nisha's exactly like that.
But Cersei will never change her, and unless Lazarus permits it, neither will any of the other vampires that hang around Elysium. Nisha's only chance is Lazarus.
We'll see how that turns out for her. Speaking from experience, he loves to disappoint.
Oh boy.
Back to the Fangling. Will you keep an eye out for him, please? Pretty please.
Alright. I'll even send him your way if I see him. In return, you make sure he's dealt with far away from here. Deal?
Sure.
I'm serious, Cersei, unless you want Lazarus to learn of our little partnership. Cersei couldn't care less if Lazarus learns that Nisha's been working with her detective agency for years now. It's not her who's going to get in trouble. It'll be Nisha, his right hand, who gave away his intel and his clients at the club.
But it'd be inconvenient to lose our best informant. Also, Eddie would nag about it for nights. I'll be discreet, don't worry.
That's all I ask. Not much time passes before one of Elysium's goons notifies Cersei of the Fangling's arrival. Looks like Nisha's fulfilled her end of the bargain. Now it's Cersei's turn. Moments later, Cersei finds Seth loitering near the stage. She was right to assume that he's changed since the photograph. He's at least a few years older, though still young enough to still have just graduated university. He shaved off the baby fat and grew a mediocre mustache, but the cheeky smile he shoots her way is identical to the one in the picture. For a split second, Cersei hesitates.
Mediocre. Mediocre mustache. Marvelous.
Oh my god, I just had this realization.
Wine. What?
So remember that picture I showed you earlier of that guy who looked just horrendous?
Yeah.
That's
the guy-
Seth.
What a fucking loser.
We were looking at Seth's character art earlier, and we were like, wow, he looks like an asshole.
Turns out he is. What's up, Indeed? How are you doing, buddy?
Indeed.
I haven't seen you in a million years. Don't mind me. I'm so exhausted right now. I am barely able to stay awake. I am fading quickly.
He still looks so young, so full of life, even in death.
Indeed? I don't think I've ever seen him.
I will slap you with my purse.
Then she remembers what he's done. She remembers the woman he's hurt.
Seth looks like a 70s porn star.
She remembers he deserves this.
Hey.
He's grinning from ear to ear, a little too brightly for someone who's supposed to be dead, as she closes in.
What chat did they...
Well, hello there. What do I call you?
Does it matter? You're welcome to call me whatever you want.
Really? Typical of a Fangling, Sethling is a slave to his own impulses. Perhaps he's merely deferring to her as an older vampire, or simply can't help his excitement at a woman showing interest in him first. Either way, she smiles, deciding there's no point in wasting time. Seduction has always come easiest for her.
You should come somewhere with me. Somewhere more
Gross.
private.
Seth lunges at the opportunity without reservation. Sure, where? I can go anytime. Now,
Why is that the voice you're using?
Because I hate him. I don't know how to speak in Fedora.
I wouldn't say he's Fedora.
Excuse me. You're speaking in Trilby.
Excuse me. Excuse me, it's a trilby.
You're definitely speaking in Trilby, because Fedora...
Seth
Fedora
is definitely
says
a
I'm out
Reddit
there
user.
trying to solve crime.
She hides her
Trilby
disgust
says,
behind a
"What do you think of
well-timed
this neck
giggle.
beard?" Sorry.
Oh, indeed, it's funny. It's like, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it's sure it's a fun little fact. I thought Otome Clock was a game you guys were playing nonstop. I thought it was the longest and weirdest game. I just realized it's
That
Japanese,
is
right?
the name of the show.
No, it's the name of the show where we play a bunch of different games.
Yeah.
Or it can be one massive fever dream, and it's the longest game in creation that goes through every trope and art style known to man.
That's actually hilarious indeed.
You know how like
I
one
love
stray
it.
thought can change the entire context of a dream?
Yeah.
That's what's happening here.
Indeed's having his own Black Mirror episode right now.
Come with me.
She slips a hand into his and guides
got
the
the
overly
preposition
eager
wrong.
vamp to the crowd. The bouncer who almost didn't let her in earlier still guards the entrance. I'm still thinking about the stupid voice I gave Seth. He doesn't say anything when he sees them, simply watches as they disappear down a dark tunnel.
Listen, that bouncer probably figures they're going off to bone.
When they get out of the tunnels, Cersei leads Seth through the streets with confidence, knowing exactly where to bring him. And also that bouncer
Undeserved.
knows what's going on. Like, oh, he's dead. Bye.
What is it, the Moonlight Hotel? My astigmatism can't...
Yeah, it's Moonlight Hotel.
It's where I met Eddie for the first time 20 years ago. Are you... Now I feel like we have to play Eddie's route. We're essentially married at this point.
Right. He's your domestic unlife partner.
Well, he's still alive.
Yeah, well, you're not. He's your domestic unlife partner.
I spared his life that night, but I ended many lives there since to make up for it. Damn, seriously?
Seth doesn't shut up once. I've never been with a vamp before. I've never been with a vamp before. Is it better than sex as human? Should we get some blood first? He enjoys the sound of his own voice too much. Not even once does he question her silence.
Seth gives me a 70s porn star who has a red truck, but all the wheel wells are rusted.
Ugh. Cersei stops at the edge of the dingy alley, far away enough from Elysium to maintain her end of the deal. Seth looks around with a frown. You want to do this here? Well, wouldn't a nice girl like you prefer a hotel?
What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Not a girl.
Seth's jaw drops stupidly. You mean?
I was referring to my age.
Oh yeah, of course not. I'm sure you're experienced. Anyway, I'd like to invite you back to mine, but I don't have a place yet.
But she's also packing heat.
Just rode to North Haven the other night, still getting my shit sorted out. She ignores him, letting him laugh nervously to himself while she looks around, checking if there's no junkies or creeps hiding around the corner.
Seems it's just the two of us here.
And he's back to being excited. Oh, you dirty girl. You got a kick for doing it outside, don't you? Yeah.
What?
Ew.
You picked a great spot then. Nobody, anyone will find us here. I'll chop you up real good, put you behind the dumpster.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page.
She lunges for him, grabbing him by the throat and shoving him up against the wall. Oh, hey, honey, ho, ho. I wasn't expecting this. That's actually kind of exciting. Hey, I can't really breathe that good. He doesn't need air to survive, but he's forgotten that in his panic. He gasps desperately, clawing at the hand wrapped tight around his neck. Cersei stares into his eyes the entire time. She doesn't want to miss the moment the light leaves him, the moment he realizes he doesn't stand a chance. She's older. She's stronger. She's going to kill him. She's going to fucking kill him. Please! She only notices he's crying when a stray tear hits her skin.
Typical, when threats don't work, they always resort to begging.
Please don't. Please, I don't know what I've done to piss you off, but... She can only feel the joy seeping out of her as Seth's crying grows louder. She forgot how annoying it can be to kill fanglings. They're too sensitive. When it's pain or pleasure, they feel everything too strongly. That's why they don't last long with an older vampire to guide them in their first year. Leave them to their own antics and they'll fuck like rabbits and die like cattle.
Whoa.
Why are you doing this to me?
All the farm animals.
Quit wailing and I'll get to that part.
It's a little hard not to wail when you're about to kill me. But sure, let's be bloody quiet. So she lifts her chin, daring him to speak another word.
I'm waiting. Perfect. Listen, I think we can both agree you've been stupid. Least you could have done is be more careful with where you take your meals. Not eaten as many sheep from the same pen. Then maybe no one would have noticed. But no, on top of that, you were child enough to play with your food and leave evidence behind.
She sees the exact moment her words start to seep into this dumb little brain.
The games you like weren't very fun for your playmates, were they? Of course, you liked that they didn't like it. Didn't you?
That's what it's about. They were fucking into it. And you talk like I've been touching them. I haven't.
I never said that.
I'm not sick. My mom taught me better.
I see. So she warned you not to stick your dick where it's unwanted, but she forgot to tell you not to eat people. Don't bother denying it. You torture them, Seth. You snack on their flesh while they still breathe.
So what if I steal a bite? Their blood's good out to drink, but their flesh is too dirty for us? Every vampire tried me once. Yes, even you. I bloody know you have. And like I already told you, they fucking enjoyed it. His fingers twitch. Her grip on his throat is threatening to tighten.
Did they tell you that before or after you drained and defiled them? I'd ask them personally, but last I checked, the dead don't talk.
Unless you're a vampire.
I hope Seth says that. What will he accept from us?
I mean, that's undead.
Why does that even matter? Are we the same?
Oh,
Are we?
Oh,
Then
that is a
you
great
should know it's not fair to judge me.
Oh, he is cruising for a bruising.
We're fucking vampires. Apex predators. Top of the food chain. Alpha male. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares what happens to the cattle?
The fucking livestock guardian dogs who are in charge of the cattle care.
Yeah, very much so.
So
And then they
cattle
What?
Never mind.
And then us, wolves is such a typically, we'll say the vampires are wolves in this cattle situation.
Are they? Because they seem a little bit domesticated to be wolves. They're more like dogs. If they're living under a bunch of rules, they're domesticated. They're dogs.
Well,
They're not
he's more wolf-ish than dog. Because he's going out and eating things. But the other vampires are a little bit more domesticated because they're like, if we fucking eat that thing, the livestock guardians are going to come beat our asses. Anyways, God, can you get any more cliche? See,
They could. Is that a challenge? Because I reckon it.
See, that's the problem with vampires like yourself. You have no regard for consequences. You think, just because you can, you should. Well, let me clue you in on a little secret.
She squeezes hard, strangling him.
You shouldn't have.
Release him.
You've got to be kidding me.
Release him. I will not repeat myself. There's only one vampire in the city who would dare order Cersei around like that.
Oh, hello, sir.
Abraxas. Oh, that's a luxurious looking coat.
Oh, Adam, I think you would like that coat.
That looks like a very nice coat. I love the the
Listen,
pillowed coffin
quilt-
look on the interior.
Quilting, actually. It's called
Thank you.
quilting. Yeah, because quilting, from what I understand, is a pain in the ass.
Quilted trench
Yes, I've quilted things. It's a pain in the ass.
Even people who quilt for a living, I'm told, hate quilting.
Yeah.
coat. Why is there a little notebook up here?
Abraxas.
And I'm not sure. You don't see it often in coats.
Yeah, you don't really see it often. Abraxas is a detective, I think. I want to say he's Dante's boss.
But yeah, that collar's a bit much. But yeah, I would still wear that.
This is your final warning, Miss Cersei. I strongly recommend you heed it.
I heard you the first time, Abraxas, but I'm not one of your lapdogs. You should ask nicely if you want me to do something for you.
As if playing
Or
nice
not
with you has
just-
ever done anyone any good.
How would you know? You've never tried.
You're trying to distract me, but your efforts are in vain. Tonight, I have even less patience for your antics than usual. Seth is under the protection of the Supernatural Secrecy Force. That is such a crazy-ass name. If you have harmed much of a hair on his head, you'll be in defiance of North Haven's supernatural law. Purely out of childish spite, she considers plucking a hair from Seth's head just to prove a
Maybe.
point. It'll grow back in seconds after all. Release him. Let me handle him.
Meh, it's not as if this would be my first crime. I've broken at least 2 laws just tonight.
This is a serious matter.
How serious?
I cannot say much. Just know that Seth is our only witness to an important investigation. I am?
He is?
In her surprise, Cersei drops Seth on his behind. Seth scrambles to his feet, running to hide behind Abraxas' imposing frame. It's hard to tell, but beneath that thick jacket, Abraxas is hiding almost
6'5". Hello, handsome.
6 feet and 5 inches of lean muscle. Wow. Climb that man like a tree.
If only he'd use all those muscles for something productive, like throwing me around a bedroom.
Hey, sis. Right there with you. Love a tall guy. Hey, babe. How you doing over there? Mwah.
But I digress. You can smooch Abraxas.
Normally, no self-respecting vampire would run to an SSF agent for help. But Seth either doesn't know that, or
apologizing because I'm not tall. I am tall. Not
you're
that
taller than me, and but that's the part that matters to me.
6'5" is, yeah,
6'5" is tall.
that's tall.
Not the tallest person I've ever met.
No.
Tallest is 6'8".
I still think 6 foot is tall. For me, like 6 foot is tall.
I think our dad was 6 foot.
Well, you're shorter than me. A little.
Dad? Yeah. And you're like 6'1".
Yeah, ish.
6'1"-ish. Dad was like 6 foot-ish. But one of our vaguely cousins, kind of cousins, our cousin's cousin was like 6'4". Built like a refrigerator.
He's built like a Viking.
He's very Dorito-esque.
Dorito chest.
V-shaped torso?
Yeah.
V-shaped, but like pudgy V-shaped. So like you could tell there's like this, but if he turns to the side, there's pudge, you know?
So cruel.
I'm not saying
So he's got like I work at a foundry muscles.
Yes, except he's an IT person. And then I know someone who's 6'8", and I come directly into the middle of that man's chest, and I'm like, I have never felt smaller in my entire life.
Normally, no self-respecting vampire would run into an SSF agent for help, but Seth either doesn't know that, or, yeah, no, he definitely has no respect for himself.
I was going to check the clock to see what time it was, but the clock beside me is...
It's 7:17, you nerd.
Under notepads?
No, it says 3:43 on the digital clock beside me.
Yeah.
The other day and I never reset the clock. That's my bad.
Follow me. One of my agents is waiting for us around the corner.
Hey, where do you think you're going? I'm not done with you.
Abraxas answers without pause. I am.
I'm not.
I fail to see how that's my problem. Abraxas couldn't look more bored if he tried. It's infuriating how he always carries himself with perfect poise, even as his shoulders hang heavy with guilt he thinks no one can see. Thank you for not putting up too much of a fight this time, Miss Cersei. I appreciate it when you are willing to collaborate. Unlike the rest of his good-for-nothing squad, Abraxas has never, not even once, flinched in the face of her wrath. But there's always a time for firsts.
Collaborate? You want me to show you how I collaborate?
Oh, stop.
Oh. She storms up to him. Even in heels, she has to glare up at him, but the height difference has never intimidated her. Hi. This is unnecessary. I could hear you perfectly fine where you stood.
Go fuck yourself.
No, I don't think I will. Not even a flinch. Very mature. You are more than welcome to waste my time any other night, Miss Cersei, just not this one.
I think it says more about the way that was drawn, but it looks like that nail is about to snap clean off.
He tries to sidestep her, but she follows, blocking his path. Now, it's like her fingers all up in his man boobles.
Yeah. Don't pretend you're above this. You love arguing with me. That's why you're always in my business messing with my work.
His brows furrow. It's the only hint that her words have affected him in any way. I am not in your business. You're in mine.
Right, sure. That's why I stalked you here. Oh, wait, that wasn't me. That was you.
Oh, please. I did not stalk you. It was a mild tailing. At best.
Then how'd you find us?
coincidence.
I think not.
Coincidence? Seriously? That's the best you could think of?
This is the first time you've brought up prey to this alley. I was in the area looking for Seth. Then I figured it would work. It'd be worth a look.
Yeah, that's the expression you have on your face when you're not caught red-handed, isn't it, Abraxas?
So yes, that is nothing more than a coincidence that I found you. He moves to pass her again, but she moves again to block him.
Do you even know who you're protecting here? Do you know what this bastard does to his victims? He doesn't just drain them, he tortures them. He deserves worse than death.
You're one to talk? You didn't try to kill me! Seth pushes out his chest, mimicking Abraxas' stance as best as he can, but realizes he has an inverted chest. You saw what she did. You saw everything, right, Captain? Quiet. But Seth only gets louder. You did. You saw this she-devil threatened me. She says attempted murder. What are you waiting for? Do your job and arrest this woman. Cersei doesn't rise to her own defense. There's no need, because she sees Abraxas' response coming from a mile off. On what grounds? What? I just told you. She tried to murder me. That isn't something the SSF is concerned with. We cannot get involved every time there's a minor squabble between two supernaturals. But...
Shut it!
Nice. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
They trade a peeved glance at the unintentional coordination. After a stony stare, Abraxas is first to break the tense silence. You have no authority here, Miss Cersei. Now you go your way, and I'll go mine. The palm of his cold hand goes along the small of her back, gently pushing her aside. Then he grabs Seth by an elbow to drag him to the mouth of the alley. Cersei follows right at their heels.
What happened to him after you get what you need?
We'll follow protocol and release him.
But he's a criminal.
A smooth one.
Because not really. He is not smooth. He is a bumpy brown river in terms of criminality, because he's leaving
He's like
evidence
20
everywhere.
grit sandpaper smooth.
Because he's predictable like that, and Abraxas just offers her the usual spiel. The SSF is a counterterrorism and intelligence agency. We investigate and neutralize supernatural threats for the greater good of society. We have neither the time nor reason to chase down all the addicts, muggers, vandals, and who haunt these streets.
But
Even
By
if
the way,
I wanted
that's a
to do
racist
something,
term.
we have no cases against him. I cannot abuse the law by detaining him without proof of a crime.
well, then I'm waiting outside where you hold your fucking prisoners, and I'm gonna snap his neck
Like-
when he gets out.
Maybe you should take a page from like the Mortal playbook on how to solve crimes and just kind of make shit up.
My word is your proof. Have I ever lied to you before?
Many times.
But I'm not lying this time.
Abraxas pauses, turning to look at her. She meets his assessing stare with confidence.
Huh?
If you have proof that this vampire has violated supernatural law, you should gather your evidence and report it to the Supernatural Crime Division. I'll put in a word with the inspector or whoever's on shift to make sure he's looked into it as soon as possible. Great. Fucking undead bureaucracy. And if he is indeed guilty of the claims you make, I will personally ensure that he gets what he deserves. A nominal fee. Now, will you please step aside and let me do my job? She steps back, hiding her fangs between tightly pressed lips.
All she's got to do is
Just wait till
wait until he gets let out, and then take his head off his shoulders. It's very simple. She just has to wait across the street.
She's like on top of a dumpster, like a gargoyle or a stray cat,
On top of a roof, at least.
like Batman.
Yeah. Fine.
She's not going to report shit. By the time they get through the backlog to his file, Seth has already fled the city. She'll surrender him to SSF custody for now. There's no other option, but as soon as he's out of their sight... Seth snickers under his breath. Serves you right, you stupid cunt! 1 second, Seth's taunting her.
Ooh, Abraxas, I like your angry face.
The next, he's curled up on the floor, clutching his broken nose as he cries out in pain. Said, oh, what was that for?
That's an angry face? That's more like a I smelled something unpleasant face.
Yeah, then his name was Seth. It happened so fast she almost missed the look of uncharacteristic rage on Abraxas's face. Mind your tongue in the presence of a lady.
Oh,
Her. It's like,
sir.
sir. Clearing his throat, he actually has the audacity to look a little sheepish when his eyes meet Cersei's. I'm a good boy. You can give me a little pet. We'll take a detour. The nose will heal before we reach the office. Please don't mention it.
Hope your car crashes on the way.
For a split second, she thinks she sees the ghost of a smile grace his
Oh, they're that kind of couple.
Listen,
lips. I like her. She's pretty.
we've only been around Cersei for about 20 minutes now, but I can already tell she's not a lady.
She's a lady.
Oh no.
Great, now I'm hallucinating.
Good night to you, Miss Cersei. Good day. He grabs the back of Seth's hoodie, effortlessly lifting him up with one arm and carrying him out of the alley. She doesn't watch them leave. She's too pissed to spend another second here.
Oh my god, she just turned it on me illuminated. I fucking love bats.
Once she's certain she's alone, she transforms and flies into the night.
Okay, I do love that in her bat form, she still has a huge chest. She's like bat titties.
Cersei flies through an open window of her flat.
Miss Cersei, Miss Cersei, Miss Cersei.
She transforms just in time to land on her feet inside.
Who the hell does he think he is?
Being all hot and 12 feet tall. Climb that undead motherfucker like a tree.
Oh.
Okay, Miss Kitty, goddamn! She stalks around the tiny space, tearing off her clothes while cursing Abraxas in every language known to mankind. She's never known someone more frustrating. They are gonna bone by the end of episode 2. She pulls to a stop in front of the mirror so she can adjust her underclothes and check for makeup.
Girl, are you expecting someone?
But her reflection makes her pause.
Sometimes I wish the myths were true and vampires didn't have reflections.
When she sees herself in the mirror, she can't never resist picking her appearance apart. The red lips, painted that color so her mouth would match her eyes. The black hair she frantically restyles with every change of the season. The body that stopped aging, the year she thinks she turned 22, only a few short days of 23. She tries to carry herself to show she's older than she looks, but she's staring herself down in the mirror. She can't help feeling hopelessly young. In the near 100 years of her existence, she's reinvented herself dozens of times.
So if it's about 100 years, and this is about the 80s, she would be turned in the 1880s, and that's about mid-Victorian. I'd say that's about bustle skirt era.
Line.
The fuck up. So why do I still look so alike the girl I used to be? I wish I could forget her, but every time I see myself, there she is.
At least she's beautiful.
Because wherever
A
you
small
go,
mercy.
you are.
I'm too old to mope around like this.
Cersei picks her clothes back up, slipping them back on. It's embarrassing, really, letting Abraxas shake her confidence like that. Being all fucking tall and delicious.
Kitty!
She smirks.
Back again, I see.
Is it a vampire kitty?
I don't know.
It's Banicula.
Banicula was a rabbit.
That would be even funnier. She quiets her steps, sneaking around as she searches for her little intruder.
Come out, wherever you are.
She catches the culprit under a haphazardly discarded bra. Her neighbor's cat. Oh.
Brr. How did you manage to escape your owner this time?
She piss at Ellie, luring her from her hiding spot. She's not sure the sounds actually make a difference. The cat just seems to really like her.
Also, cats do just lay on your dirty clothes.
Because they smell like you.
Yeah. Or why else would you sneak in here all the time?
She picks the cat up, cradling in her arms and pressing a kiss to her head.
That's 1980s lipstick. You might leave a little kissy mark on her forehead.
There's probably a lot of kissy marks on that cat's forehead.
Yes.
Poor Miss Harris was worried sick about you. Oh, I just read your line, girl. I'm sorry.
Poor Miss Harris has to be worried sick about you. Wait here. I'll have Eddie take you home. Does she live with Eddie?
Maybe.
I'll take that as a yes, ma'am. Good kitty. That would be... Oh, she lives above the office, and Eddie's still working. Downstairs, she finds Edgar. Oh, wait, this is you.
Downstairs, she finds Edgar hunched over his desk, nose buried in mountains of paperwork. Oh, excuse me.
Well, his wardrobe.
Oh. Edgar. Hello. Hi.
Calm down, he's fictional.
Hasn't stopped me before. Line. Line.
Shut the fuck up, Ashley. When Eddie's working, he might as well be dead to the rest of the world.
The only sign he's an actual living person, and not an eerily realistic statue, is when his hand moves a scratch at his 5 o'clock shadow.
Sometimes it's all too easy to forget that Edgar isn't the same boy I met 20 years ago. So it'd be 1986 if we met in 1966.
Yeah. Edgar is the only human companion she's ever had. She knows their relationship isn't conventional. Vampires don't keep the company of humans they aren't feeding on, or sleeping with, or planning to change. But Edgar isn't a blood bag, or a quick fuck, or a toy to her. He's a friend. Perhaps the only friend in the world.
When we first met, we looked the same age. Perhaps that's why it feels so strange to watch him grow while I don't.
Growing old suits him. Where he used to be cute, he's now handsome.
He definitely has better taste in fashion.
Sure.
Oh, this is tough.
I'm
Slip into his lap.
slip into his lap. Cersei crawls over the desk and into his lap. She buries her nose in his collar and inhales.
Oh, collar.
Yeah, collar,
Sorry.
like shirt collar.
He smells the same as always. Like coffee, tobacco, and cheap body wash. Comfortable? She's done this enough times that they barely phases him anymore, which is disappointing.
You're basically married at this point.
She's basically a gigantic cat.
Pretty much.
Oh well, it just means she has to try a little harder to fluster him. It's gonna end up like, I'm just gonna keep trying harder to fluster him. Okay, now we're fucking. Okay, now we're married. And he's still not flustered. I give up.
Very comfortable.
Glad one of us is. Bored, she slips out of his lap and sits on the edge of the desk instead.
You'll never guess what happened to...
Abraxas messed up the job, didn't he? She was talking about Ellie, but being reminded of Abraxas sours her mood.
How do you know?
Heard you cursing a storm upstairs.
All right, thin floors.
Edgar doesn't ask for details, well aware Cersei will supply them regardless. It never takes much for her to go off on another one of her rants about Abraxas and the Supernatural Secrecy Force. They've been a thorn in her operations since the very start. Separate from the Supernatural Crime Division, the SSF are an intelligence agency specialized in so-called counterterrorism. Bluntly speaking, they have been ordered to do whatever it takes to ensure that the existence of supernaturals remain a secret from the larger world.
The masquerade.
They spy and manipulate the narrative behind the scenes, only stepping forward when an incident grows big enough that it threatens exposure. On occasion, they'll even directly eliminate assumed threats. The SSF higher-ups are all mortals, but they tend supernaturals like Abraxas to do the dirty fieldwork for them. Many would insist the SSF are necessary evil, but everyone still thinks supernaturals who just join up are sellouts. Innocence or guilt matters little to the SSF. Their job is quite literally to brush things under the rug, usually at the expense of non-humans.
Cities that have experienced a rise of vampires don't let the SSF anywhere near if they can help it. But in places like North Haven, it's hard to get all the different non-humans to agree on anything other than not wanting humans to discover us.
I'm not surprised they never investigated again, but I am surprised they haven't shut Thorn investigations down yet, given our egregious list of violations. I don't like Abraxas any more than you do, but I've got to give it to him. His patience with you has been impressive.
Careful, that almost sounded like a compliment.
But Edgar's not wrong. Cersei should be a major liability in the SSF books. She's bent and outright broken their rules plenty of times, yet Abraxas doesn't report half the stuff she gets up to. Because of that, he now seems to believe she owes him some kind of favor.
As if she'd ever ask for his help.
You know what? Maybe he fancies you.
My colossal ego is inclined to agree, but I don't think that's it. Besides, he's married.
But his wife passed away ages ago.
And yet, even after all this time, he still hasn't taken off his wedding ring.
About 15 years ago, when they'd spoken face to face for the first time, it had been one of the first things she'd noticed about him.
So that's 5 years after she met Edgar.
At the time, she'd been disappointed, assuming his wife was still alive. She'd done a lot of awful things without guilt, but sleeping with a married man was something she'd like to avoid.
Like she'd like to avoid it more, if it can't be helped.
In hindsight, she recognized she dodged a bullet, even if only barely. It's a long time.
I suppose.
Edgar scratched his nose bridge, giving away how nervous he is. It never fails to amuse how easy he is to read. Well, it's quite sad, isn't it? He must have loved her very much. Must be painful, missing someone that long.
I guess.
Cersei knows far too well what it feels like to mourn someone you'll never hold again. It doesn't have to mean that you'll love them. But Edgar wouldn't be thinking about her experience in this moment. He must be thinking about his sister.
Oh. On to more fun matters. Remember what day it is?
With everything going on tonight, she'd nearly forgotten herself, so she can't say that she'd blame him when Edgar pulls a face that says he definitely does not remember. Of course I remember. It's February 1921.
First of all, it's March.
Is it really? You can never tell when it's raining all year round anyway.
Oh, fine, I'll tell you. It's our anniversary.
Are you sure you guys are not fucking married? What?
It's been 20 years since the night we first met.
Oh. Is that something to celebrate?
Pretend to be annoyed. Pretend to be annoyed. You don't value me at all.
So dramatic. She slaps his arm, not with any real strength, obviously, or she'd break him. You weren't seriously expecting an anniversary gift, were you?
What if I was?
Fuck. Then I'd warn you not to expect one for our 30th either.
30 years working together in the same city. Will we get that far? Do I even want to? Girl, you've been together 20 so far.
Edgar would be sad if you left him now. It's like, no, my domestic and life partner. Edgar eyes her awkwardly. You're not actually upset, are you?
No, just sorely disappointed by your lack of camaraderie.
Edgar lights a cig, barely hiding a grin when he shoves it between his lips. Cersei smirks back at him. This kind of banter has long been part of their daily routine. She provokes him, he retorts with something snark, they laugh or roll their eyes, then rinse and repeat. It had taken quite a while to get here, of course. When they'd first met, Edgar was so angry with the world, he took everything as an insult. He's mellowed out over the years, gotten better at reserving his anger for when it was actually warranted.
Most of the time.
I should let our client know that we didn't get into the fangling.
Bleh.
Don't you mean blah? It's annoying, but they don't have any other option. Their anonymous client was clear in their instructions.
They haven't gotten him yet. Oh. No.
Seth must die tonight, or else no reward. With Seth in SSF custody, there's no way that they can get him out before the sun's up.
Oh, that's probably why they wanted Seth dead. Not because of the killings. They didn't want him talking to the SSF.
Ugh. I just realized. We have to return the deposit, won't we? It's the right thing to do.
Can we afford to do that?
Per your request, we've taken fewer jobs as of late. So we're stretched even thinner than usual. If we want to feel more secure about keeping the lights on, you could take a few more cases. Or spend less on clothes.
Why would I do either of those things when you're always working so hard to make sure we're a month ahead on rent?
We're actually 8 months behind. I've only got so much hair, Cersei.
And I've only got so many dresses.
Edgar heaves a sigh. Thought you might say that. I'll just take it out of my own pay then. She nods, pleased with his quick thinking. Anyway, that all can wait till tomorrow. Let's go to the Golden Cat and celebrate our 20th.
You don't need to use our anniversary as an excuse. We go there every night.
But tonight will be special. Drinks on me. Well, technically it's our rapidly depleting business funds that we'll be paying, but, sentimental stance.
You sure know how to spoil a bat.
So that's a yes?
Yes.
Alright, just let me fetch my coat.
Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something important?
They share a knowing look. I only know one person who knocks like that.
You take it.
But I always answer the door.
Only because you're so good at it.
Edgar puts out a cig and walks over to the door, opening it to reveal.
Edgar, Cersei, thank goodness.
Thank goodness you're still here. Miss Harris, her next door neighbor, rushes inside. She's the kind old woman who thankfully never complains about the suspicious people going in and out of those Thorne investigations at all hours.
Helps that her eyesight isn't what it used to be. Same goes for her hearing, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. I know how busy you are doing your detective work, saving the day and all that, but I can't find my baby anywhere.
Her baby being her cat, Ellie.
I feel awful bringing this to you at this hour, but would you mind having a look for her? I couldn't sleep, knowing she's somewhere out there, cold and alone and lost. Shivering to death, my poor baby.
Meanwhile, she's upside down, and Cersei is, like, flat on a couch, just like, meow.
Her wailing's loud enough to wake up the entire building. Edgar starts to sweat. Edgar doesn't look like he's in the mood to go on a cat hunt. Lucky for him, they won't have to.
Good news, we already found her.
Her bawling immediately stops.
Good news, everyone.
You did?
Yes, she's upstairs.
She is. Edgar guides Miss Harris to the sofa. She sinks into it with relief. Oh, how lucky I am to have the city's finest detectives as my neighbors.
It's not that hard to find someone who's hiding in your own home.
You'd be surprised.
I lost my cat so many times
In your own
my
house?
house. Like, where the fuck is this cat? He's 25 pounds.
Cersei retrieves Ellie from upstairs, hesitantly returning her to her owner. Edgar watches the exchange with amusement. He's been nagging for ages that she should just stroll down to the shelter and pick up a cat of her own.
No, Cersei doesn't need her own cat. She has Miss Harris's cat.
Exactly. And then Ellie can go home, and then Cersei doesn't have to take care of them and make sure they don't die.
Sadly, I lack the confidence to keep something alive.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Harris hugs the cat to her chest. Ellie lets out a not-so-pleased meow. You saved my baby again. How could I ever repay you two?
With cash. It's nothing. We're glad to help you anytime, free of charge.
Turns out Miss Harris is really a millionaire, and she's going to bequeath onto them her
Oh,
entire
yeah.
wealth.
Miss Harris dies, and it's just like...
Nonsense. I'll bake you both biscuits,
Turns
and I'll
out she
bring
was
them
a
over
millionaire, and She
tomorrow.
left you in her will. She left you the cat.
Knowing she wouldn't even be able to eat them, and no good would come from having Miss Harris lurking around unnecessarily, Cersei tries to tell her.
There's really no need.
We'd love that. Thank you so much.
Seriously?
Edgar looks offended. I'm always serious about dessert.
He's like, motherfucker, I want the biscuit.
Very good, Mr. Thorne. It's important to growing boys eat plenty.
Good joke. The only thing Edgar's growing is a pitiful beard.
Edgar rubs his jaw.
Oh.
And for that, you need plenty of calories.
Sure.
Cersei gently gives Mrs. Harris up off her chair and guides her to the door. Whole way there, Miss Harris rambles about what she's going to bake tomorrow. Cersei almost has to shove her out the door. When it's finally shut behind her, Cersei turns to glare at Edgar. What? It would be foolish of me to turn away free food. Poor as shit. Anyway, with Mrs. Harris gone, there's only one thing left to do.
Drinks?
Drinks.
Drunk.
The Golden Cat is almost the polar opposite of Elysium. All supernaturals and even a few humans are in the know. Come here. As long as you keep your fangs, claws, wands, whatever you got to yourself, you're welcome to pop in for a drink. Okay, Mr. fucking Constantine. God damn. Entering the pub, Cersei's eyes immediately hone in on one of the guests in particular.
Oh, look, it's your little friend. Oh, it's Raoul.
Oh, hi. God damn, why is everybody...
Raoul is, 1, a gay man. 2,
Doesn't stop the fact he's hot.
hold on. You can smooch him in Dante's route because he works with Dante. He's also hard of hearing. Those are
Cochlear implants?
No.
hearing
Hear-
aids.
Hearing aids.
Hearing aids. I don't think cochlear implants existed in the 80s.
This is true.
Raoul.
A local cop with muscles that just aren't for show. He's seated near the bar, nursing a beer in one hand.
He needs it after working with Dante.
Character named Raoul in a vampire story? Does that mean at some point someone's going to be eating Raoul?
Don't call him that. The way you phrase it makes him sound indecent.
I mean, a werewolf might, but that's on a different route.
Alright, somebody's going to get that reference.
Fine.
But he is your friend. Last I checked, your only friend.
I have other friends. There's
Yeah,
Richard, back in my hometown, though I haven't spoken to that prat some time, or even thought about him in a while. And there's you. We're friends.
He's blushing!
Look at him blush.
Oh. Of course.
Embarrassed by how much of his words meant to her, Cersei's quick to change the subject. Thankfully, Edgar doesn't seem to mind, looking more than a little flustered himself.
By the way, Raoul's like gay, right?
What makes you say that?
He's never responded to any of my flirting.
Like, do you see the size of these tits? They like got their own gravitational fucking pull. Perhaps he's just not into you.
No, he's definitely gay.
She only flirts with Raoul to mess with Edgar, but is still surprised at her how Edgar hasn't noticed his friend's not into women.
Is he really so oblivious, or is Raoul just that private?
Maybe it's easier for
Raoul's
her to
into
tell because she
Dante.
always enjoys the company of her own sex. Wait. You've been flirting with him.
Oh, he looks a little grumpy. That's what he's.
She flirts with literally everyone.
That's what he was mulling over.
They walk up to Raoul. Edgar greets him first. Evening, Raoul. Did you get off of work early tonight? Edgar and Raoul have an interesting friendship, if you can call it that. They meet up every few weeks, but it's never a planned thing. They'll just sit next to each other and chat over a few drinks, bonding over being humans in a world of supernaturals or whatever.
Or whatever.
Oh, hello, Edgar. Unfortunately, I'm technically still on the clock. Good to see you as well, Cersei. Have you been well? Raoul nods to Cersei, acknowledging her too. He's smiling, but she can tell it's out of politeness or if he is genuinely happy to see him.
Sure. But what about you? Are you here on official business? Anything we should look out for?
Well, she takes a look around.
Where's your pup, by the way? Rare to see you without him.
Barely a moment after he's mentioned, Cersei watches Dante, Raoul's police partner, step inside the bar.
And he's the other character you could play as. Speak as a devil.
Is he like a canine unit? I kind of love that. He's a fucking canine unit.
God.
You are a very stupid human.
Speak as a
Sorry,
devil.
Will.
Or a werewolf, I guess, if we're being technical.
Dante looks a little out of sorts, hair sticking up even more than usual.
Sure, we are outdoing other men.
He notices them immediately, but doesn't seem to spare them as much of a grunt of acknowledgement. Rubbing his arm, he instead stops at the other side of the bar to order a beer.
Well, fuck you too, Dante. I've always thought of him as a loose cannon waiting to burst, but he looks especially on edge tonight.
Something's rattled them.
Then again, Dante's never behaved the way you would expect an officer to. Perhaps that's why I mind him less. Is he avoiding us?
You don't need any loose cannons.
I think he can hear you.
Yes, that was the point.
She raises her voice.
Perfect timing, Dante. We were just talking about you.
What? No, we weren't.
You do realize when you say it like that, you only sound more suspicious.
Cersei! Raoul rests his chin on his palm, watching the scene with a little too much amusement for her liking. For some reason, Dante seriously freaks Edgar out.
So, like, I will say that canonically, Edgar is straight. He has no interest in Dante. But it feels right now that he's like, that he's like having a gay panic.
Was this his first time seeing Dante?
No, well, I don't think so.
Or maybe it's just Dante's really interested in him.
I don't know. Read your line.
No, I refuse.
Good, you skipped your line.
Ha! Can't stop me. However, he's especially intimidated by Dante.
What? God, Dante's so pretty. To his defense, Dante does look like he'd punch your lights out if you look at him the wrong way on the wrong day. But you'd have to be pretty stupid to try something on Eddie while I'm around.
In the meantime, Dante has picked up his beer and walked over. He offers a nonchalant wave with his free hand, which is probably as good of a greeting as they're going to get from him.
Did you forget to brush your hair this morning, or did you run into trouble on your way here? If anyone's picking on you, you can always let me know. I don't like animal abuse.
She's such a shit. Just ran into Abraxas. Seen him recently?
Ugh.
Being reminded of Abraxas' existence again sets a frown on her face.
Hey.
When Dante smirks, Cersei knows he's gotten exactly what he wanted by bringing up Abraxas. I heard he and his agents were snooping around that museum that exploded, interviewing potential witnesses.
A museum and explosion. Could that be related to why Abraxas needed Seth? What the fuck was Seth doing by a museum? Maybe there were statues that had boobs.
Probably. Fucking weirdo. Guess he'll be wandering around all the city till it's all sorted. Keep an eye on things.
Ugh.
If you haven't run into him yet, I'm sure you will. A lot. His smugness shifts to curiosity.
His royal smugness.
Heard anything about that, though?
Not sure what you're asking me for. I haven't got a clue what they're up to. And speaking from experience, it's best if it stays that way. Actually, why do you even care? Aren't the SSF and the police supposed to stay out of each other's business as much as they can?
So
Listen, I have my fucking ringer turned off. And then it's like, what have I called you?
Unless it's related to whatever you two are working on. Raoul wouldn't tell us anything, but maybe you will.
You don't give me the chance to say anything.
As if you would have told me the truth if I did.
She could have forced him to. And if she really wanted to, she could have used compulsion or either of them right now, and there wouldn't be much that they could do about it.
Dante's trickier because he's about as stubborn as one gets, but Raoul's only human. She wouldn't, though. Not because she's squeamish about compelling either of them. She's just not curious enough. Oh, that's your line, sorry.
Still, if Dante will tell her anything, she'll take it.
Well?
Since you asked so nicely. No.
You suck.
I don't. That's your job. Edgar, itching to get away from Dante, interrupts. Okay, well, you two look busy, and we're in desperate need of a drink. We'll leave you to it.
But...
Come on, Cersei, you've bothered them well enough for tonight.
How dare you? I'm perfectly lovely and pleasant to be around.
Raoul waves to Edgar. Good to see you, Edgar.
Oh my god.
Yeah, cheers.
It would be so great if in Dante and Raoul's, like, route, if Dante would got, like, jealous over Edgar talking to Raoul.
And that's why he doesn't want to talk to them.
Yeah. And Dante's just like, Raoul's mine, fuck off.
Wow.
And Edgar's just like, I'm straight, please don't kill me.
Edgar takes her arm and but grudgingly lets him pull her to another corner of the bar. They nab their usual seats close to the bartender, where they drink, and they drink a lot, so it's good they have easy access.
And in order to maintain some level of dignity, we have agreed to never discuss exactly how much of our income goes to the Golden Cat.
The bartender is swift. In a minute, they'll have our usuals in the front of them, some cocktail for Edgar, and a totally not conspicuous glass of red wine for Cersei.
So when are we going to address the elephant in the room?
Edgar slips his cocktail, raising a single brow at Cersei's question.
I'm talking about your addiction to sugar. Should be criminal to even call that a drink. It's about 1% alcohol and 109% sugar.
Not quite sure those numbers add up. Besides, what right do you have to judge anyone for a choice of drink when you order the same thing every night?
Why waste my money on alcohol when it just spoils the taste of what I really want?
I thought alcohol enhanced the taste of blood. Actually, I can't believe I've never even asked you that before. She knows exactly why he hasn't asked. With each year that passes, Edgar grows more determined to avoid acknowledging what she really is.
Bro, you stabbed her the first night you met her because she's a vampire.
Yeah, but he's also slowly aging while she stays the same and he can't handle facing his own mortality.
And the fact that he knows she'll be alone without him one day.
Yeah. And you have started doing that again?
Yeah, singing things? Yeah.
She doesn't miss the regret in his eyes, and before she averts them, she still can't help the irritation she feels at what he's insinuating. Alright, listen, I'm going to need to take a break because I'm doing 75% of the reading, and my throat's closing up.
Okay, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Can you start an ad break now?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're going to take a break so I can get a goddamn drink of water.
Oh my god. Edgar's like, are you dating people? I can't totally hear when you date people. He's in love with Cersei.
Obviously. Alright, we will be right back. Hi. That was the worst.
Ashley
Just
likes to
on
yell at me
you.
that I'm not close enough to the microphone, so sometimes I just like to press my face into it. Hi. Okay. Not since I ended things with Lazarus, you know that.
Anyway, this is us playing a video game. Right.
But you think that's a lie.
I didn't say that.
Even if I were doing it, I'm not like that fangling I met tonight. I have self-control. I'm fully capable of making my own decisions. I don't drink from people who don't want me to, and I certainly don't drain people, so you can stop looking at me like I bit your pasty ass. Seriously, honey, he wants you to bite him. Yeah, I can feel it in his pasty little bones.
So what if I asked you real nice? What if I said pretty please? You give me a little nibble? Edgar's face falls into his hands, but his trembling shoulders do little to conceal his laughter.
It's not funny. I'm annoyed with you.
I know, I'm sorry. You know, for not being married, they sure act like a married couple.
Sorry I'm annoyed. Sorry you said it in the first place.
Both? She's grinning now, too.
Then why the laughter?
Why'd you have to call me pasty? You know I've been trying really hard to build a tan.
Bitch, where?
I know
He
she's
can't-
more tan than he is. Like, which one's the vampire?
You should give up on that. You're really adding to that constellation of freckles on your face.
Thought you liked my freckles.
I said that. Well, I must have been lying, since I'm apparently lying about everything these days.
He grimaces, seems he thought he was going to let that one get swept under the rug. I'm sorry, sir. Seriously, I didn't mean to accuse you. I know you're not like that. I know you wouldn't.
Ridiculous.
It's just hard to forget the shit I've seen. The things I know you're capable if you didn't hold back by your own morals. Always come back to this, huh? Edgar only likes the Cersei who stands up against her own kind and looks out for the weak. Not the Cersei who lures strangers into her bed and sucks their blood.
And that's why they're not actually a couple. I don't know how to tell him that I'm both. So I don't.
You probably like if you were both, and he doesn't know how to tell you that.
He probably can't. What's
Because he doesn't know how to communicate.
What's all the singing today?
I maybe I'm in a good mood. Goddamn.
That's why you've been trying to snap Adam's neck off for like the last 2 hours.
Nothing's holding me back. You make it sound like I'm forced to do this, but I choose to.
It's not an easy choice. She's been like that, fangling. But she's been worse, and it's been fun. But she doesn't want to know how Edgar will look and if she confesses that to him. I understand. Except he doesn't. Therein lies the problem. Edgar clears his throat and puts on a smile that trembles at the corners. We're here to celebrate. We should talk about happier things, shouldn't we? Courtesy of decades of practice, the smile she puts on herself is a lot more convincing. Right.
Like your girly choice of drink.
We're still on that?
Hey, aside from the increased risk of diabetes, I find it cute that you have a sweet tooth.
At 42 years old, being described as cute is no longer very flattering, but... Shh, wait a second. He presses a finger to his lips, then motions to the radio playing on the counter. The news is on. Local radio authorities have stated a gas leak caused the explosion at Beaumont Museum last night.
Beaumont Museum, that's where Dante said the SSF were digging around, right?
The museum's doors will remain closed to the public till repairs in the private wing are complete. Blah, blah, blah. Among other news, the body of 23-year-old Jane Stewart was found last night. Earlier this month, Miss Stewart was reported missing.
My God, has human news always been this boring? It's always the same thing. Someone was robbed, someone was murdered, someone was kidnapped. At least there's an explosion involved this time. But what's the aftermath? The next day, there's something else, not anything worse. but nothing better either. You don't have to listen to the news to know how terrible the world can be. Just step outside.
Ever been?
Outside? No.
Edgar and Cersei look up at the bartender. What, to Beaumont Museum? It's owned by one of the greatest wizards of our time. Ronald Beaumont.
Never heard of him.
What makes him so
Well, he
great?
changed it from Belmont.
Many things. For starter, Cersei doesn't bother to listen, focused on twirling her drink around her glass. Edgar nods along, genuinely interested for whatever reason.
Nerd.
Anyway, he has to be ancient now. He retired from the public eye decades ago. If he's even still alive, it wouldn't be surprise me if he didn't know what was happening to his family museum.
Maybe we should set it on fire again, make sure he gets the memo this time.
Ooh.
You wouldn't actually, would you?
Want to find out?
You have an annoying habit of doing the opposite of what I ask of you, so no comment. The bartender leaves to serve another customer. Edgar starts patting his pockets. Bollocks them all out.
Don't hold yourself back on my account. The corner shop should still be open.
Sure you don't mind me leaving you alone? He's already climbed to his feet.
I think I'll live, or at least not die. Again.
I'll be back in no time.
If you get yourself hurt while you're going out for smokes, I'm going to slap you in the face.
And he's gone.
Sugar, coffee, cigs. Humans sure have a lot of stupid vices.
She stares down at her drink.
Not that mine are any better.
She sips slowly, letting her eyes roam the room. She's not sure where the compulsion comes from. It's not that she'll discover anything new. It's always the same old faces. No, wait. She is definitely new. Cersei meets eyes with a woman at the far end of the pub.
Welcome to our next love interest.
Beauty is no stranger to Cersei. She's seen it many faces, many bodies, and even a few hearts. But this woman isn't just beautiful. She's... The woman smiles.
Smile back.
Cersei returns the smile, but looks back down at her drink just as quickly.
Not looking to hook up with anyone tonight.
Although that's a bit presumptuous of her. Maybe the woman is just being nice.
Not really looking for nice either.
There's a lot of tan vampires in this.
Anybody can be turned into a vampire.
Cersei's head snaps up, but the woman's already
There's a difference
was already
between
gone.
being dark-skinned and being tan. Look at the difference between the palms of her hands and her regular.
Nowhere to
skin.
be seen.
Yeah.
That's tan.
No.
That's going out in the sun.
No.
That's called being black. Only in their absence does Cersei realize that she could detect what the woman was. Which one?
Oh, want her.
I was in the club scene.
I want to speak to her.
It makes no sense, but
I want to see her again. I want to know her. I want her.
not her blood, not her body, not her heart. Cersei wants the mystery she offers. It's exactly what she's been looking for. A mystery, time-consuming enough to end the perpetual boredom eating away at her. Preoccupied with her thoughts, Cersei barely notices Edgar's return. He slips off his jacket and slides back into the seat and gestures for another round of drinks from the bartender.
What took you so long?
Ran into some trouble.
Don't be stingy with the details. What kind of trouble?
He lights a cig, angling his body towards her. Their knees brush, but neither move away, used to the lack of personal space. Well, so you see... No, never mind.
Oh, you are blushing. Sir, did you meet a hot lady? Are you blushing? Oh my god, you are.
Not on purpose.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's me having an effect on you, so it must be something else.
Edgar twists and squirms in his seat.
Or someone else.
What? How about that out on a date? He spits out the words so fast, Cersei would have missed them if not for her supernatural hearing.
You're messing with me.
I wish I was. This is stressing me out.
Wait, you said yes?
What? Obviously I said no.
Why would it be obvious? Was something wrong with her?
No, she was pretty and nice and smelled good.
Too many details now.
Sorry, I just thought she had a nice perfume. You'd like it, actually.
You're only making it weirder.
I said no because it would never work. She's human.
As are you?
But I don't live like one.
Excuses, excuses.
Think about it for a second. I run a supernatural detective agency. How do I explain that to someone outside of this business? Not to mention how I'm up all night, asleep most of the day.
Yeah, you find somebody who works night shift.
No sane, normal person would want to be with someone like me.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, you find a night shift worker, they'll be fine with it. Oh, come on. So what if she doesn't fit into your normal schedule? You make time when you're in love.
Love? God, I definitely don't have time for that. Not when there's clients to be managed and bills to be paid and
The fact is he's in love with you. You don't have to work all the time, Eddie. You could take off one night of drinking to get laid.
But I want to be with you, Cersei. Shh, what if someone hears you?
Dante and Raoul do not give a single fuck.
Raoul might be like, oh.
Oh, come on. You're a grown man. You can't possibly still be embarrassed by the word sex.
I'm not, but we're in public.
Sex, 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 sex.
Jesus Christ.
Breeding, mating, copulating, fornicating. And what is it you Brits say? Shagging.
Cersei's cackling like a mad woman while Edgar hisses under his breath. Cersei, I'm begging you to stop.
I think Cersei and Dante could be friends.
Edgar looks about, ready to explode from embarrassment and anxiety, anxiously glancing around to make sure no one heard her. Cersei doesn't have the heart to remind him that they're at a bar for supernaturals. Almost everyone's guaranteed to have overheard.
Anyway, wouldn't it be nice to be with someone even if it's only for the night?
Sir, you need to calm the fuck down. Sir. Edgar laughed, shaking his head more to himself than in response to her words. Casually suave-ass nerdy motherfucker. Somehow I prefer to be here.
That was basically a love confession.
He is so fucking in love with this idiot bitch.
Aw, with me?
I wouldn't necessarily consider your presence to be an advantage, but yes, I prefer to be here with you.
You know what? I'm going to say for Cersei, it's a shame he said no, because I feel at this point Cersei's like, you know, I really feel like he should be able to be with someone because we're never going to be able to be together because I'm a vampire and he's human.
In a way, it's a shame he said no.
She's not the turning type.
Maybe she could find somebody.
She doesn't want their routine to change, but she doesn't want Edgar to feel like he can't have a life outside Thorn investigations. And her.
Then again, he can't really keep doing this and be normal.
She's not sure how she would react if he no longer had as much time for her.
Girl, look in a mirror and be like, just really think about yourself.
Last time she lost her only sense of stability in the world, and she didn't exactly take it well. Of course, there are people like Raoul and Dante's superior Orion who have human families and they try to live normally as possible.
But Orion's an anomaly, and with time, vampires like him learn the hard way that rejecting your nature never works in the long run. I think Orion has an adopted human daughter.
That's cute.
Her name is Alice.
Edgar's different. He could pack his bags, move cities, and go back to living a normal life whenever he wants. As long as he remains here, though, he'll never be able to pull the wool back over his eyes. Edgar taps out a cig in the nearest ashtray. Enough about that. Did I miss anything around here?
Nope, just the hottest woman I've ever met in my entire life.
Huh. For some reason, it doesn't feel right to mention the mysterious woman. Maybe because she knows how Edgar worries and she doesn't want him to start. The bartender slides her new drinks towards them. They clink glasses.
To 20 years of this hellish profession.
And to 20 more.
Oh.
In the end, Edgar had one too many drinks. He leans on Cersei the entire walk back to his flat. She stops when they reach his building. He's never invited her upstairs before, and she doubts it'll be any different.
Girl, you're gonna have to pour him upstairs.
All right.
Will you make it upstairs on your own?
Why wouldn't I? He pushes off of her and stumbles up the stairs to the entrance. He almost falls over several times, but by some miracle, he manages to reach the door without breaking any bones. See, he hiccups. Perfectly fine.
Right.
See you tomorrow night. He waves her goodbye. She waves back.
Good night. If you break both your legs, I'm not turning you to fix them.
She waits until he's safely inside the building. Chances are low, but he'll die on his way up the lift, so Cersei begins to stroll back onto her own flat. She walks at a leisurely pace, like the threat of the rising sun won't be upon her any moment now. Like her slow pace might delay the inevitable day. Damn, this demo's taking all the time. Ugh. Cersei strips down to her underwear. Her one-bedroom flat has no bed, only a sofa, so that's where she lies down.
Damn, do you have like a fucking...
Outside, the sun slowly rises, and the world Cersei will never get to be a part of again wakes up.
Like a fucking studio apartment there, Cersei? Not even a bed? Not even a day bed?
That is what she said. She stares at the ceiling and tries not to think about the growing resentment she feels every time she has to hide away from the sun.
I didn't always hate daytime.
When her common sense returned after a fangling year, Cersei had found that the day offered endless opportunities for self-improvement. She read novels, she meditated, she brushed up on her history, learned martial arts, studied different languages, read some more. Slept with all kinds of people, men, women, people who don't really identify as either. Half the time, she didn't even feed on them. She just liked to cuddle in bed afterwards, basking in their...
She's a fucking cat.
When films became a thing, she found herself obsessed with cinema, lived hundreds of different lives through the stories of others. But like everything else, it soon got dull, hiding herself in escapism to distract herself from her own thoughts. Lately, she can't be bothered to do much of anything anymore. Is this all there is to eternity? An endless cycle of wanting and no longer wanting? Forever falling in and out of love with what once meant the world to you?
I mean, shit, you got a lot of time on your hands. You gotta figure something out. Oh, is she taking a nap?
She shuts her eyes. If she pretends hard enough, she can almost imagine she's dreaming. Where do her dreams bring her today? Ooh. Who are we gonna dream about?
I don't know what kind of dream this is gonna be. I don't think the demo would have smut.
We about to find out, though.
Who do we want to think? Who do we want to think about? We have so many options.
Okay,
Man,
that's-
I
that's
really...
Eddie.
Okay, fine. I really like Abraxas. But we haven't seen the mystery woman.
Let's think about the mystery woman. It makes sense. It felt compulsory. Who was she?
More importantly, what was she? Every person has a distinct aura. Some call it life force. Some call it the soul.
Some call it vibes.
Whatever you like to call it, someone has it. Not everyone can detect it, but Cersei's trained to ensure that she never misses it. So the fact that she missed this one, it unsettles her. It unsettles her very much.
Huh. We can think about all of them. Abraxas. Fuck him in his pretty face.
Ha!
Ugh.
He wishes. Just picturing that self-righteous face irritates her.
Does he have a mullet? I think he does.
Oh, it'd have to be short.
A short mullet, yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like a buzz cut. Like the top would have to be short.
Hmm.
This looks like he has hair.
Nope, not even worth thinking about for a second. Fuck that guy. Edgar. Eddie. Eddie's funny when he's drunk.
Though most of the nights might end at the Golden Cat, Edgar rarely drinks enough to get wasted.
His love of tobacco might send him to an early grave, but at least alcohol poisoning won't. A small comfort.
She continues to dream.
You already know. You know what? Let's start at the top, work our way to the bottom.
Against her will, Cersei remembers him.
Is he hot?
Open your eyes. Look into my eyes. See yourself as you truly are, as you're always meant to be.
I'm afraid.
For us, fear is a choice. When she opens her eyes and looks into his, she doesn't see herself. She sees him. And only him. Beautiful. He whispers, reverent.
Oh my god, is she wearing his coat?
I think she's wearing a fancy 1800s dress. I will never make anything as beautiful as you again.
No, that's a coat. But sire, you did not make me.
I did. His spindly fingers caress her skin with such tenderness, she foolishly mistakes it for fondness. I delivered you from death. I rendered you invulnerable to the horrors of time. I captured you in the moment you were the most beautiful you would ever be. Beautiful. Forever. She holds the monster's stare. My eternal companion. Forever. The sun is set again, but Cersei only snaps out of her daydreams when she hears the balcony door open.
Balcony door open.
She doesn't have to get up to guess who's broken into her flat. She'd recognize those steps anywhere. Fucking Abraxas.
And she's in her negligee. So Abraxas is about to get a fucking show. You'd better have a good reason for this, Abraxas.
She stands up to glare at him. His eyes linger on her lack of attire for no longer than what is polite. I apologize for the impromptu visit, but I could not wait.
Tease him! Tease him! Tease him!
Would you please put on some clothes? Then, of course, I shall explain my unconventional entrance.
Why not remove your own clothes if it feels unfair?
Do not be unreasonable. It is not a matter of what is fair or not, but of what is appropriate.
Well, I won't be putting on mine. I won't be putting mine on. This is my home and I'm comfortable like this. Girl, you're comfortable in a corset?
Well, she doesn't have to breathe anymore. It wouldn't be courteous for me to be here while you are... gestures awkwardly, refusing to look at her again. Unprepared for guests.
Exactly why you should remove yours. Make it even.
He must know that she's messing with him. Oh, strip, 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 strip.
Take
strip.
off your coat and offer it to her.
Take off your coat and stay a while, handsome. She can tell from what that angry furrow he's failing to hide behind between his brows, but he slips off his jacket anyway, hanging it over the side of the sofa. Satisfied. Her eyes linger appreciatively on the way his shirt stretches across his chest.
He even dresses like you, Adam.
I mean, a little bit.
Is it intentional that your shirts are always a size too small for you?
If you intend to objectify me, I will be putting my jacket back on. She sighs dramatically.
Never any fun, are you? As a vamp, shouldn't you know better than to enter a stranger's home without invitation?
We are not strangers.
We are not friends either.
Acquaintances.
Are you seriously trying to negotiate our level of familiarity?
He eyes the balcony he just sneaked in through. I did not mean to cause you any distress, but I had to make sure no one would know I was here.
And you felt that creeping in through the balcony was the most discreet way to accomplish that?
I was not creeping.
Really?
Mildly tailing. His eyes sweep down her body again. Ahem. He clears his throat and pretends to be distracted by the posters lining her wall. I believe this is my first time seeing your flat. Do you watch a lot of films?
She's far from flat.
Explain why you broke into my damn flat.
Sneaked in.
Don't be childish. It's not cute when you're like 200 years old.
It's about the case that Seth was witness to.
Did you release him already?
Of course, we had no reason to hold him after questioning.
No reason. I gave you a reason.
Yes, I put in a word with the SCD to look into him sooner than later. And they mentioned they hadn't received any reports from you, however.
Oops.
I did not come here to talk about Seth. I need a favor. Will you do it? The request surprised her. She studied his face, waiting for the punchline. Well, will you?
I can't believe my ears. The great Abraxas is asking for my help. Really?
Do not make me repeat myself. It was difficult enough the first time. Even if she finds it hard to believe, Abraxas is definitely telling the truth. He barely even relies on his own agent, so for him to come to her, of all people, for help, it means he needs something badly enough to swallow his pride.
I never expected to see the night.
She's already said I'm not doing it, because why would she in her right mind ever help Abraxas? But it doesn't mean she's not curious.
You're going to have to share more details before I decide.
Have you heard of the incident at the Belmont Museum?
In passing.
This must never become public knowledge, but the gas leak was a cover-up coordinated by us at the SSF.
Wow. Who could ever have imagined?
Magic triggered the explosion. A burst of energy was so powerful that should our culprit have wished to, they could have destroyed far more than a single wing. At worst, I fear they might even be able to burn down half of North Haven. My agents and I have determined it cannot be a mere accident. This was an intentional attack.
I see.
Unfortunately, it gets worse. The wing that was destroyed harbored several magical artifacts, not one of which is now missing.
It was a heist!
Love a good heist.
You should be grateful then. They could have stolen all of them.
I sent my team to clean up the scene and deal with any witnesses. That's when they found the initials JM spray painted on a wall. Whoever or whatever this JM is, it is our only lead.
Couldn't you trace the magic from the explosion?
Cersei knows for a fact that SSF North Haven branch has a very talented witch in their ranks. She even happens to be Abraxas' second in command. We suspect it was caused by an artifact itself, which didn't leave any residue for the user behind.
Okay, but why do you want me involved?
The SSF regularly collaborates with supernatural police, but that's it. They've never worked with the Thorn investigations. And while Cersei's not opposed to a challenge, she's no witch hunter. She knows vampires, she knows werewolves, she knows demons, but messing with the wrong wizard can have deadly consequences. It's common sense not to get involved in their affairs. We are going to launch a full investigation into JM when we are explicitly told by people higher up the ladder to drop the case. Apparently, an outsider is being sent from elsewhere to continue the investigation.
I take it that's unusual.
Not necessarily. There have been cases where we've collaborated with external parties, but the key word is there, collaborated. Never in all the time I've worked for SSF has I been locked out of a case in this manner.
Oh, come on. You've lived long enough to know there's a first for everything.
I know. Still, I am suspicious of their intentions. I have no real reason to be. No actual evidence. Nothing to work with but
Presentiment.
presentment. That's a weird word. But I cannot shake the feeling that something is wrong.
What was the artifact? You said an artifact was stolen? What exactly was it?
If I knew, I would have told you.
I doubt that.
I mean it. I know no more beyond the little that I have already shared with you.
Which is like nothing.
It was hidden in plain sight inside the Renaud Bauman's private collection. We had to plan to contact him about it before we were ordered to drop the case.
So all we know is that it can make stuff go boom.
Not the exact words I would use, but essentially, yes.
Who's to say that power didn't come from the person wielding the artifact?
Abraxas firmly shakes his head, like he's already ruled out that option. There are wizards and witches capable of things our minds cannot imagine, but it would be suicide to release a burst of energy that large without assistance.
When magic's involved, nothing's impossible.
I suppose. Still, I would say it's too unlikely to be worth consideration.
Seth was the only witness. Seth was the only witness.
The only witness who might have seen anything of note, at least. We've interviewed all the others, and we've learned nothing.
Who might have? I thought you brought him in for questioning.
We did. However, we were told to drop the case before we could ask him anything worthwhile.
Once again, the SSF proved to be embarrassingly incapable.
Not our finest work, I know.
Since when do you care? I thought it wasn't any of your business if the laws enforced by your superiors might be unfair to us non-humans.
I know what you think of me, Miss Cersei, but I am not your enemy. The SSF do what we must to protect supernaturals from humans, and them from us. Sometimes that means occasional casualty on our side.
On our side, he says. When has he ever been on our side?
Anyhow, given by the things you get up to on your own time, I do not think you should be judging anyone else.
I'll judge whoever I want, whenever I want. I don't kill vamps out of some sense of moral superiority. I kill them because it's fun and it pays the bills. Maybe that makes me a bit of a bitch. So what? I'm not so sanctimonious that I need to pretend my actions are morally justified.
Are you really so irredeemable when you only kill the bad ones?
Don't paint me as some sort of anti-heroine. All vampires are bad, even you, especially me. Same goes for humans, werewolves, witches, you name it. We're all equally capable of bad and good. That's why it means something when we choose to do good.
Braxis doesn't look surprised by her speech. He may not know the full extent of what Cersei used to get up to before Northaven, but unlike Edgar, he can surely imagine. This is a Cersei on the best of her behavior. And if you ever have the misfortune of meeting her at her worst, well, good luck.
I only target the so-called bad ones because I don't need any more trouble with the law than I already have. Also, if someone's willing to pay to see you dead, not once but twice, you're probably an asshole anyway.
Abraxas shakes his head. He gives up on adding anything to the conversation, returning to the previous subject. Technically, I am not betraying orders. It is not me who's investigating this, after all. It is you. And if you happen to feed some information back to me, then it is simply how it goes.
Loophole of the century.
Cersei folds her arms over her chest.
I'll help you under one condition.
Hmm?
Why are you making that face? You haven't even heard what I have to say yet.
Fine. State your terms.
It's quite simple. If you're so desperate for my help, beg for it.
No. He moves to leave, but she blocks his path.
Always so uptight. Let me rethink this.
Abraxas just stares, waiting. She takes her time, hemming and hawing, simply for the amusement of keeping him in suspense.
Oh, all right, I'll do it. Girl, you could have gotten him to, find out where Seth is so you can snap his neck.
His glare softens, only barely, but enough for her to notice. Thank you.
Don't thank me. I'm not doing it for you. It just sounds like a compelling case. Far more interesting than anything I've worked on lately. And bitch, you are paying me.
Right. Maybe this is what will fish her out of her slump. Keep her running Thorn investigations for another 20 years.
You'd better pay us, though, and provide a generous tip.
Everyone knows Abraxas sits on a monstrous amount of generational wealth from his previous life. Something she might as well use to her advantage here. That can be arranged.
Would you like it in gold bars or jewelry? Perfect. Now give me a moment to get dressed and I'll get you out of here.
There's no need. I have my own way.
The balcony again? Absolutely not, Romeo.
His eyes shift to the floor, brows drawn together.
He's that conflicted about this? Perhaps it's because he's never broken the rules in the past. He fears the consequences should anyone learn he's disobeying orders. Push him. You're a little too old to be scared of getting scolded. Isn't it?
It isn't fear which holds me back.
Prove it.
He frowns and only perceives previous traces of vulnerability are gone. I have nothing to prove to you, but I will use the door if you insist. Get dressed. I do not have all night, and neither do you.
Just for the attitude, I'll make sure to take my sweet time. Girl, you don't even have a bedroom to go to. You got a closet in the corner.
Cersei leads Abraxas downstairs so he can leave through the front door like a normal person. In their office, a freshly shaven Edgar has made himself comfortable behind his desk. He's mid-bite on a biscuit when they enter.
Take that out of your mouth so we can understand.
He swallows. Why is he
I bet
here?
does.
Good to see you too, Thorn. Pleasure's all yours, prick.
I love Edgar.
Edgar's nasty glare softens only slightly when his eyes.
Edgar, are
Shift
you
is so
jealous? I think Edgar might be jelly.
He's got the jelliest of bellies.
I think he's a jelly belly.
I repeat, why is he here? And why was he upstairs? And how did he even get in? I've been here over an hour and the door's been shut the entire time. Did he show up during the day? Did you spend all...
Edgar!
Are you sleeping with my wife?
Before you let your imagine run to places I don't even want to imagine, how about you shut up and let me talk? Oh, Emily. Oh.
We're gonna lie.
We're gonna lie because both Abraxas and Edgar were like, ah. You're right, he did spend the day.
He did what? I didn't. He's got a little toofy out. Do you see a little toofy?
Yes.
Abraxas looks to Edgar. I didn't.
Denying it twice makes you sound totally guilty.
But you know it isn't true.
Ooh, third time.
Why must you always make up nonsense? As if I believe that anyway. Neither of you could stand each other for that long. Now tell me the truth. What is he doing here?
God damn.
I'm standing right here, Thorn. You could simply ask me. Or I could not. Abraxas sneers. In that case, I shall leave the explaining to your boss. Edgar lifts his plate. You're going to piss off now, right? Have a biscuit before you go, fresh from our neighbor. I can't. Oh, that's right. You can't eat. I can, but the taste is repulsive and I can't properly digest it, making I would have to... Abraxas pauses. Ah,
Bring it back up.
you're mocking me. Abraxas is such a big idiot. Ah,
He's
You're
like one of those
mocking
really
me.
smart people who's dumb as shit.
Edgar stuffs a cookie in his mouth. Took you long enough. Abraxas focuses on Cersei again. Report to me as soon as you find something. You know where to find me.
Yes, sir.
Edgar lights a cig after Abraxas leaves. She waits for his patience to wear thin. It doesn't take long. So?
He wants us to look into something.
She explains everything to Edgar.
I think he already did.
Same as her, he's baffled that Abraxas would ignore a direct order from his superiors. Doesn't make any sense.
I know, that's why it's interesting.
Some measly initials aren't much of a lead, though. JM could be a person, an organization, or a movement. How would we know?
Only one way to find out. Let's split up and
Check for clues.
check in with our contacts around the city to see if they've heard anything. You know which side is yours.
Right.
Enjoy your biscuits. I'll head out first.
She walks through the window. She is moments away from transforming when Edgar calls out. Cersei. Be careful, please.
Worry about yourself, old man.
20 years ago, I was a boy. Today, I'm an old man.
Give it another
10 years and I'll be dust and cobwebs in your eyes.
It's a compliment. I like older men.
It's not a compliment. You have extremely questionable tastes.
Whoa.
I read so. Stop fucking laughing. Don't downplay your sex appeal. Your creaky knees and
Oh,
back
fuck.
issues, especially, are oh so attractive.
Enough. Don't you have somewhere to be?
Try not to miss me too much.
Whatever. Cersei transforms, circling Edgar once before she flies out the window and into the night. Thorne Investigations established a trusted net of sources around North Haven for the past 2 decades. From small business owners to working girls to regular everyday people oblivious to the supernatural world, you never know who might have the intel you need. But tonight, none of their usuals have anything useful for Cersei. No one's heard of the initials before. For her last stop, Cersei catches Nisha away from Elysium on her smoke break. Rare to see you 2 nights in a row.
Don't get used to it.
Wouldn't dare to. Nisha takes a long drag off her cig. She blows the smoke away from Cersei. Now, how do I go with had that Fangling last night? Ugh. She would really prefer to forget the whole thing, but it seems the universe is intent on not letting her.
SSF showed up.
Nisha rolled her eyes, getting exactly what happened without Cersei having to explain. Another reason Cersei appreciates her. They share a dislike of law enforcement. Although you'd be hard-pressed to find a supernatural North Haven who doesn't dislike Abraxas.
Damn.
Poor Abraxas. I'll let you know if Seth ever shows his mug around Elysium again. Since he couldn't pay his fee last night, he's on the shit list. I mean, technically, it was way out of his control, but we're not meant to know that, so...
Thanks, but if he knows what's good for him, he's already left the city.
He's an idiot. He hasn't left the city. I wouldn't underestimate how stupid that idiot can be. Anyway, you're obviously not here to talk about Seth. What's going on?
Yeah, let's talk about
Have you ever seen the initials JM anywhere before?
Nisha shrugs. No, is that someone important?
Another dead end.
Don't even know... Oh, sorry, that's you.
Don't really know if it's a who or a what yet, but if you hear anything.
Nisha tips her imaginary hat to Cersei. You'll be the first to know, of course.
Thanks.
Nisha puts out her cig on the nearest wall. If that's all, I should get back inside. Elysium doesn't run itself.
Lazarus still leaving all the work to you?
He pulls his weight. Sometimes.
Kick him in the balls for me when you see him next.
I quite like this job, so I will not be doing that. But you have my respect for your commitment to hating him.
It's a lifestyle at this point.
Ha! Nisha waves goodbye and disappears inside the abandoned building. Cersei sighs and returns to the streets.
Let's see if Edgar had better luck.
The lights are on when Cersei enters the office. Edgar must have gotten back
If
first.
Edgar is injured, I am going to maul someone. If you're here already, I guess you didn't find anything worthwhile either.
If he's dead, I swear to God.
No, he's not dead because you can romance him.
Okay. She stops at the doorstep.
Oh, you can't be serious. 2 break-ins in one night? Hello.
Edward's nowhere to be seen. Standing behind the desk is the mystery woman from last night. Finally, Cersei can see the woman for what she really is. A witch.
A very powerful one if she's able to conceal her magic like that. Girl, what you looking out into the middle distance for like that?
There you are. I've been waiting for you. Her eyes leave the streets outside to meet Cersei's gaze. They stare at each other for a long beat.
Gaze with her?
Neither are willing to break eye contact or begin the conversation. Eventually, the woman smiles, impressed for some reason. You have a spine, a quality I respect, as long as one does not mistake it as a suitable replacement for competence.
Damn. As you are doing right now?
The woman laughs. You have a sense of humor as well. That is good.
Yes, it's her 6th sense.
When Cersei doesn't move, the woman pushes away from the wall to stand up straight. She's tall in the same way models are. It should be a pointless, ridiculous, inappropriate thought to have at this moment, and yet Cersei can't help but feel that there's something unnatural about how bewitching the woman is before her. Apologies and introductions are in order. Which would you prefer to hear first?
You choose.
Oh, well, if you insist. My name is Nocturne. I am not a local, but perhaps my accent will give that away already. Amongst the many strange circumstances of this situation, Cersei barely noticed the subtle French accent. I'm sorry to ambush you like this in your own office, but you're a busy lady. It's not so easy to catch you alone. Please do not worry. I truly mean you no harm.
Am I expected to just believe that?
Apparently so, because Nocturne continues talking like nothing's out of the ordinary. It's really a pleasure to meet you, Cersei. I've heard terrible things about you and the work you do, which means you must be good at it.
Whatever you've been told, I'm worse.
Perfect. That's exactly the kind of woman I'm looking for here. Cersei narrows her eyes at the witch.
You want to hire me? For what exactly?
Nocturne doesn't look like she's required or has any help killing your typical street vamp, so definitely not for that. The same thing for anyone hires you for. I'm looking for someone, and I want you to find them.
Right. Unfortunately for you, I'm quite busy at the moment, so I won't be able to take your case. Goodbye.
Nocturne's voice is firm, even if her perfect smile stayed painted on. You're already looking for them.
Who? Ah. So JM is a person.
I presume so. That person they're presenting to be, the real JM, was a brilliant young witch. But who knows when it comes to this imposter?
Say,
It could be anyone for all we know.
how do you know it's an imposter? Why couldn't it be the real JM?
Because she's dead.
Oh,
Nocturne's tone was so detached, Cersei could hardly believe this isn't all one big joke.
She's dead.
Quite dead. Yes, I would know. I killed her.
She's dead. And you killed her.
Murdered. Murdered, slew, killed, whichever word you prefer.
Assuming that's even true, why would you want to admit that to a complete stranger?
I told you, I have done my research. I know everything I need to know to determine that you are capable of this job. If I did not believe you were capable, I would not be here. I am not a witch who wastes their time on whims. Throughout this conversation, Nocturne's smiles had never fallen. Till now. You must understand, it is most important to me that this person is found. I want the best detective possible on the job, and I believe that will be you. You will take my case. You will find the imposter and the artifact that they got their thieving little hands on.
sounds like
You
she's
will
all
bring
over
them
your
both
case.
to me, and you will not disappoint. She smiles again.
Well, then you're paying the big bucks, bitch.
Money is of no consequence to me. You will, of course, be well compensated for your efforts.
I mean, if I'm already looking for him anyways. Fuck it, and I can maybe fuck over Abraxas a little.
For once, Cersei's generally at a loss for words. But Nocturne doesn't seem to mind. I'll take your silence to mean you accept, yes? We did it! With 5 minutes to spare, baby!
Hell yeah, we finished Cersei's demo.
Woo!
Mayhaps next time we'll play Dante's?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Right under the wire.
Things I really like so far in the game, I love the music.
Love the art style.
The music, the art style, it's really given that detective noir vibe.
Mhm.
And you got yourself a mystery woman with a mystery case.
Who's dateable?
And you got a guy with the 5 o'clock shadow and bad addictions, and we love him for that.
And you've got a tree of a vampire.
Yes. He's very serious, very serial vampire. And then there's Seth.
And then there's Seth, but he's not dateable, so.
Thank God. He's kickable, though.
He is kickable. Hopefully we'll get to murder him.
That would be nice. So that's been us. Next time we'll be streaming. It's going to be a little bit, because normally we have a D&D stream every Saturday.
So, we are off because other people in the group have holiday stuff to do.
Yeah, so this upcoming weekend is Easter, and when there's like a bunch of us that are going to be doing stuff, because, you know, families and shit like being together for holiday stuff. So, you know, family comes first, you know what I mean? So we're taking Saturday off, and then the next time we stream is going to be next Thursday,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. Maybe I'll just turn on my camera and stream a video game at some point this week just to fill the void. I don't know. We'll see. Watch me
Also,
feverishly play Rope
Saturday,
Trader.
We have too many bi-weekly events.
What are you trying to describe?
There's another Saturday we won't be here.
Can we just worry about, like, is it going to be the Saturday after next, this upcoming? The Mepicon? It's going to be at the end of the month. It's going to be the 23rd.
Mepicon's the 17th.
Oh,
Well,
17th and
17th,
19th, right?
19th, yeah.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else's day off. That's like later in that week.
Yeah.
I didn't bother trying to attempt to request those days off because I know that will just summon the universe for shit to happen. So I'm like, whatever. If I end up having to go to work while I'm at Mepicon, then I go to work while I'm at Mepicon.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's us.
Yep. So no stream this Saturday. We stream again next Thursday. And then we're back to regular schedule for a little bit.
Like, for those of you guys jumping in, Otome O'Clock is only something we do every other Tuesday. And then, like, on the Tuesdays that we don't do Otome O'Clock, we do Baldur's Gate. We have, like, a co-op stream that we're playing. So that is going to be next Thursday. And then every Saturday we have D&D live play.
Unless something happens.
Yeah, or like a holiday or some shit.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think we've over-explained that enough. I'm starting to lose my voice again.
Yeah. I'm done if you're done.
I'm also done. We're done now.
Yes.
This has been us. I'm Ashley A. Button.
And I'm Mega Han.
And
we're all geeked out.
We're all geeked out. Otome O'Clock. Goodbye.
Bye.